over that. But yeah, so I'll just quickly say, 8 players, you open a pack of cards. So here's my first pack, it's going to be opened here. I then pick one card from it, and that goes into my drafted cards. Now, the drafted cards are the cards that you're going to then end up building a deck with. So after going, I pick one card, then the deck gets passed on to another player, and a deck from another player gets passed to me. And everyone picks a card. One card each time. You pass the deck along until all the cards have been picked from all packs. And yeah. So Rockcaster not bad. A 2-for-1's always a good thing. We got some decent stuff here. Repel is good, obviously. Removal. So yeah, I'm just I have to pick one card. You got a minute and something to do so. And as the cards get less and less, the time gets less and less per pick as well. So I'm probably going to take the Rockcaster here, just because it is a good 2-for-1. It is kind of cost heavy, but it's still alright, because it will pretty much have a target, so I will take that. So I just double click it. So that's my first pick. Maybe not the best. I'm not really going to try and be super good about this, because I haven't really drafted before properly. So I'm probably not going to do the best picks always, but I'm just going to go through it. So we get now a pack is getting passed along to me. So there's 14 cards in this pack because a player has picked one. So Mentalist is probably going to be my pick here, because that will get me some good card advantage as long as it stays on the board for a little bit. I mean, there's some good cards in here. So Wild Growth is good, Mentalist is good, Guard Trainer is also not bad, Atrophy is okay. You got some decent stuff here. Like if I could get Mentalist and then maybe I get the Turreted Wall on the next pass around of the deck, which maybe, because there's a decent amount of cards here, that's a good combo, Mentalist and Wall. You get a good blocker, also it gets inspired, so the trigger will draw me cards. So, because I love card draw so much, I will be taking the Mentalist here. I love card draw too much. Sue me. So I take up the Mentalist here, even though it maybe wasn't the best pick. Maybe getting something. I've already forgotten what was there, but yeah. Wild Growth is good in limited, because you're going to have troops on the board, so you're going to be able to use it as removal, or maybe to finish off your opponent if you just need that extra 3 damage or something. But yeah, I'll pick the Mentalist because card draw is awesome. So some good cards in this one here. We've got Boulder Brute. He's always really good and limited. But Shadow Grove Witch is also not bad, because you and your opponent are always going to have pretty much limited comes down to lots of troops. So the Witch is actually pretty good. Will also get inspired. It also fits in the colours I'm going with. Now I don't have to commit to these colours. Obviously, I could even do tricolor if I end up with, depending on how my picks end up. But I might take the Witch here, even though the Boulder Brute is better. I mean, the Axebot's actually not bad, but that's not really something I'd want to get too quickly. Maybe on the next pass around I can get this. Misfortune's alright. It's not horrible. I don't think anyone's going to pick it up now though. So if I do end up with more Blood and Sapphire, I can maybe get that next time around. Alright, some good cards here. So again, there's another Boulder Brute, so maybe I should have taken the Boulder Brute and I would have been able to get 2 of them. It's a very nice socketable card. So I may just grab the other Witch here. It is, it has the ability to potentially get rid of something. Sort of a 2-for-1, as the same as the Rockcaster. Situational though. So I probably will take it. And then just trying to remember. If someone picks, I can basically avoid getting too many artifacts and constants as well, and that way someone who picks this will not really get any use out of it against me. So yeah, I'll just take the Witch. Got 2 of those now. Terrible Transfer, pretty good. I'm probably going to go with the transfer here. Again, I don't have to commit to these colours. You know, there's a very small amount of cards that I've picked so far, so I don't have to commit to anything yet. But you know, it's a good card. It's a removal. It also gives me life. Now, unless if I get it early game and I have to use it early to get rid of, maybe I kill something and get 2 life. Sorry, if I, don't have the threshold, to really get the maximum effect out of it, it's not going to be as good. But we'll see. It's still a good card. I'll pick it up. So I could get a Shards of Fate here. A bottle also is nice. A Windborn wouldn't be horrible, but not really needed. I mean, a Sorrow also could be okay, because it's not going to kill any of my troops so far. Do I want the Shards of Fate though? That's the question. Or the bottle even. I do like bottles. Sorrow, bottle, or Shards of Fate? I'm just gonna take the bottle. Whatevs. Shroomshaw's a good blocker. Air superiority, I don't really have flyers. Not to say, oh, turreted wall's also there. Now see, that's where Nature's Rain would just kill it, but I still might take it. It does combo nicely, even if it only lives, so, my opponent has to draw the Nature's Rain to get rid of it. So I might take the wall here, just because it combos nicely, and it's a good blocker, as I said. Yeah, I mean, I could get the air superiority, but, don't know what's... oh, there's a nice one there. This is actually... I'm surprised it's actually still here in the picks. So, guess people aren't really going... But yeah, I'll take that, because I can give it flying. So that will be very nice. Also another card that gets inspired by the Mentalist. So that's cool. Now the Mentalist, unless I get it early game, it's, I really shouldn't be going, ooh, well, that can get inspired, because who knows when I'm going to draw the Mentalist. So Sapphire Aura is actually not bad, so I'll probably pick that up, because I can use it as a combat trick perhaps, and also giving flying is also really nice. So I'll probably take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Out of those cards, the Shroomshaw I'll probably get on the way back. I can grab an Atrophy here, which is probably what I'll do, since, it looks like I'm going blood. I'm definitely going to be in blood, that's for sure. Sapphire, probably. I mean, I've only got 2 cards, so it's not locked in it by any means. 10 cards so far. Now we're going to be starting down to just, picking whatever's left over, really. I may not get anything these colours, so I'll get a Misfortune here. That's actually not bad. So that did make it back around to me. If I can get to use that on an opponent who has, cards in hand, especially if it's like 2, that would be a really big play. So that's Destroy All Constants. So I'm going to take the Nature's Reigns here, because I do have a turret wall, so if I take this, then it can't be used against me. So yeah, I'll just take that, just to deny it, basically. Determined Zombie, I guess I'll be picking up here. However, I could get the Terrorbot, because I do have a wall, which is, a robot. But that's a bit loose. I ran out of time, so I just quickly clicked. But I should have got the Terrorbot, because, we've still got many cards to go. And I could have ended up with more stuff, and it's just, you're not going to use all the cards you pick, so... Would have been okay to pick it there, and I probably should have. So, Buccaneer's good. Pact of Life's also a nice card, but not going to be picking that one, obviously. I'm pretty much locked into Blood or Sapphire at the moment. Well, not necessarily Sapphire, but now that I got a Buccaneer, I will take that first pick there. Might not be the best, but yeah, I mean, it works with my Inspire. It's not, it's not removal. It will slow my opponent down. It's all it will do. But it's not too bad. So yeah, it's looking okay so far. checking my stream. There we go. Alright, so the next pack. So other people are still considering, you know, it was the first pick of the pack. I went too quickly. I didn't need to go as quick. I probably should have looked a lot more. I mean, you can also obviously remember the cards, see what's been picked, and whatever. It's you know, you should analyze the cards and what's there and what's likely to get picked and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not too fussed. Ooh, 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 oh. Inquisitor didn't get picked, and there's a corpse fly. I'm definitely going to take the Inquisitor. That is beautiful. Such a nice card to have in Limited. So not only that, you will get inspired by my Mentalist if I can... Wow, there's a lot of good cards in this pack. This pack is brutally good. You've got Inquisitor, Shell Shot, Corpse Flies, Walls, Banshee's even okay, Wind Whisperer, Briar Legion. I mean, there's so many playable cards here, like, really good. I mean, like I said, obviously I'm going to pick the Inquisitor there. So I'll grab that. I wonder if I can socket this already. Nope. So, I mean, that makes sense because I'm not actually building the deck yet. But that's, you know, nice pickup. Because I'm in Sapphire, I will give it the card draw gem. And that way, if my opponent, you know, has a couple troops out, they're going to want to leave something back to block this. Otherwise, I'll get, you know, card advantage. And then if it does, I can replay it and keep going to try and get that card advantage. I mean, I could also give it flying, which is probably the better move, but I'll be greedy. Rockcaster, nice. There's also a Blood Aura. This is a bit of a tricky one. Now, I think Rockcaster might get let through. I don't think there's many people actually picking Blood. Maybe they are, I don't know, but I mean, there will be definitely people who are also picking it. But there's a lot of good cards in here, so maybe I'll get lucky and the Rockcaster will get through. Because the Blood Aura is really nice. It is very nice. It's a tricky one. I mean, if someone else is, you know, also in Blood, like heavily committed to Blood, like I am, whichever I take, the other one's going to get taken by that person. So I'll take the Blood Aura. Even though that may have not been the best play there. But oh well. Like me some Life Drain. Ooh, a Brood Creeper, that's really nice as well. There's a Heat Wave, ooh, that's nasty. That will kill... So far, we got this guy will die to it, Buccaneer will die to it. And it's not too bad actually. This guy would die as well, sadly. But you're definitely going to take the Brood Creeper here. He's a very nice card, because he, you know, if he doesn't... If they can't block him, then you're going to get free troops, the Spider Spawn here. So, yeah, very nice. So, yeah, I'll take that. It is double threshold, so it's a bit... Yeah, but luckily, in my Sapphire that I haven't really picked much up for yet, it is just, you know, one threshold. So I could even grab a Shards of Fate here. I could even grab a Hex Engine there. I think I kind of want the Shards of Fate. I don't know. I think I might just leave... Yeah, no, I think I'll leave it, because I don't have many Sapphire cards. So if I'm lucky enough to just keep getting lots of good Blood cards, like I can get an Atrophy here, which is not bad. Could also get a Wailing Banshee, which is not bad. And it also gets Inspired. But, yeah, I'll take the Banshee here, even though I could have got the Atrophy. I'm going to get the Banshee, because it's another thing that the Mentalist could inspire. So it's not too bad. Inquisition, another Banshee. Mesmerize. So I'm probably going to take the Inquisition here. It's a very nice card. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm getting some good Blood cards. So that tells me that there's not too many people heavily into Blood, most likely. Yeah, one thing, you know, that I'm not doing here is really analysing what is being picked. And, you know, I'm not doing that at all. And that's not the best way to go around it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really change too much, you know. Still, you know, I'm going to be picking what I'm picking. So I'm going to take the Corpse Slayer here. Most likely, I mean, Yeah, it's a nice card. Always like those 2-for-1s. So maybe I'll be able to get the Shards of Fate later. I've got a few picks, you know, for next time it comes around, potentially. So, yep, I'll get the Cob Slayer here. That's nice. So far, I've only got, like, two, you know, I got 2 cards that just, you know, I'm not obviously going to be playing at all. But everything else I could pretty much include. Like, it's not going to be bad. Whew. Alright, so another Inquisition. I'll take that. I mean, I don't really have much removal. I mean, I got the Rockcaster. The Witch potentially could, you know, if I'm lucky. Sorrow. Yeah. Inquisition is, you know, removal from hand. I can grab the Atrophy here, which is probably what I'll do. You know, it is full cost. I've already got one. Yeah. Well, I'll just take it anyway. I could have denied there, maybe survival of the fittest or something, but oh well. It's probably not a big deal. So yeah, once, as you can see, we're still going through the packs. Probably can take another Banshee here. Can't be blocked except by Artifact or Blood Troops. And then maybe I can get the Shrimpshaw next time around. If not, worst comes to worst, I can grab the Adept. Not that I need to include it in the deck. But yeah, I'll grab the Banshee. The Headless, I've already got a lot of high cost stuff, so I'll probably grab the Gladiator. He's, you know, I can give him flying as well. Yeah, I'll grab the Gladiator. He's socketable miner. The gem effect there is shining through the other card. Alright, so... Guess I'll be getting the Headless, even though I might not include him in the deck. He's a good card, he can't block though. I'll get the 1-4 as opposed to the 1-3 there. Also gets inspired. I could, you know, if worst comes to worst, I can give it a Sapphire Aura, and that'll make it a 2-5, and then it can... Oh, that's another Banshee. That's not bad. But yeah, I can. The Commando is better than the Determined Zombie, which I've already got one of. It's not all that great. I'm just grabbing the last card there. So now we're going on to the third and final set of packs. So there's actually a Thunderbird. That's really nice. So, I mean, there's a terrible transfer in here as well. I think I want the Thunderbird, even though it you know, it is double threshold. It is a really nice card. The terrible transfer also very good. It's a tricky one. Tricky. I mean, either or, one of them's going to get picked. I'm not going to get it the next time around for sure. I'm going to take the Thunderbird. Terrible transfer probably was the better choice there, since I mean, I've got a decent amount of removal, not like board removal. I mean, I've got hand removal at the wazoo. My atrophies aren't going to be all that great. You know, I potentially could have let the Thunderbird get taken by someone else, and I have answers to that with atrophy, and that's something also you can consider when you're thinking, oh, if I let someone take that, I've already got the answers for that card, it's definitely going to get taken. You know, there is that sort of logic you can take, you know, that approach. When you're drafting, you can go, well, I can let that through and take the other good card. But I'm going to take the Thunderbird because I like it a lot. It's a very nice card. So another Inquisition there. Now, Mutate, I don't like what they did to Mutate. It's like you're giving, you know, -1 attack, +1 defense, and then you draw... it's so much worse than what it was. But oh well. So I mean, I could grab another Inquisition. And it's not exactly, it's not horrible. Would I want to run 3 in my deck though? That's the iffy part. Maybe. The Phoenix Guard Scout also pretty nice. You know, it's something that would get inspired. It's flying, so it's a tough choice between those two, to be honest. I think I'll actually take the Scout. Yeah, let's take the Scout. I mean, that's probably a bad choice there, to be honest, but oh well. Incantation of Fear. It's not exactly something someone's going to really pick up. So I don't really have any great picks here. It's nothing like super good or anything. I mean, there's many things I can deny, like the Burn, the Shell Safe, Ruby Pyromancer even. I'm going to deny something here, because there's not really anything great that I want to just grab for myself. Out of, you know, I mean, the Zombie Vulture is okay, but yeah, it's not that great. For 5, you know, double threshold as well. So I want to deny something here. You know, it's okay. You know, as I was saying, it's okay, but I think it's probably better to just, because it'll come back around. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna deny this guy, just because I was running out of time there. So I could get air superiority now. Because I will have an okay number of flyers, but I think I'll just get the turreted wall. Total Meltdown being in there is a bit of a problem, but you know, I don't have a, you know, I've only got the one artifact really that would, you know, I think I can grab another one safely, and it's a, you know, again, it's a good blocker. Air superiority is also nice, but let's see. So I do have an okay amount of flyers, but not really, you know, I don't want to be drawing that and then just never get a flyer. So I'm going to take the wall here, even though that was actually probably a mistake, to be honest, but I will. So probably just grab the Corpse Fly here. Yep, I'll grab the Corpse Fly. Seeing a lot of nice cards here. Yeah, the reason, like it does add pressure, but it's so easily, you know, dealt with, you know, because of the 1 life, and for such a high cost, yeah, I don't like it too much. You know, I've got a lot of fairly high amount of high cost cards. Like, this is actually not too bad. I probably could have got away with it, but there we go. I got a terrible transfer. That's nice. Damn. Yeah, I'll take the transfer here. So that gets me 2 transfers. I probably shouldn't, you know, in hindsight, you know, like I was saying, I probably should have let the Thunderbird get taken by someone else, because I have the answers for. I mean, it's risky, but I could also run the charge barrel that gives -1/-1. I then got atrophy. I could have done that. Would have been okay. So out of these cards, I mean, the Gearsmith is very unlikely to hit, you know, artifacts. I could take it anyway, just and then maybe pick up some more artifacts. We're at 36. Probably just grab the Shroom Shore. It's a very nice blocker. You get, you know, 3 blocks out of it basically. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Shroom Shore there. Ooh, Stormcold's actually not bad. Exhaust all opposing troops. I mean, it is changed to what it was, but that's not bad. I think I'll take that over my other options here. I mean, the Axebot's also not bad, but being able to exhaust troops in limited is pretty good, because, you know, if say it's turn 5, 6 or so, and you've got 3 troops on board, you can get all that damage in, and then, you know, if you can also do it on your opponent's turn, stop them hitting you, then you do the damage, because they're not obviously going to untap on your turn. So, Sniper could be, you know, I could deny here. Like, there's nothing, like, I could pick either of these. I mean, this is probably the better choice. I've already got, you know, I don't want to run too many, you know, I don't think I'd run 2 Misfortunes. So I'm actually tempted to run this just to get rid of it, because it is a 2-for-1. Just so I don't have to deal with it myself, and I will do that. So I've already got enough cards to easily make a deck. The other ones weren't all that great. So what else we got here? I don't need to, like, probably will be taking something, you know, again, denying, you know, the mutate's just, I don't know, I just don't like it. I mean, I guess, you know, you could actually use it on things like a Thunderbird that, you know, it's going to get its damage back. Actually, I'll just take that to deny. Anyway, that's for another time. So I can take the Zombie Vulture, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it, even though I probably won't use it in my deck. We'll see. But yeah, I've got enough cards easily already to make a good deck with leftovers. So at this stage, yeah, I'll get rid of that. Don't want to, you know, there's been a decent amount of, well, I mean, actually, probably not. Probably hasn't been enough Shin here that someone's made, but it's possible. I mean, it was left to the end of the pack, so that was actually probably a bit of a mistake. The fact that it was left, I didn't, you know, I was a bit too hasty there. Far too hasty, so I'm going to take the Shroomshaw. Good blocker once again. But yeah, I got plenty of cards to make a deck, so at this point it's just a matter of finishing up the last 2 picks. So, you know what? These are crap. I'll just take this, whatever. I'm not going to be using it. And we get a blood guy at the end. So that's it. That's the end of the actual draft process. Now it's we build the deck process. So I already know what I can throw in. Just get a lot of blood cards. Throw in some resources as well. So I could probably do a mono blood. Almost. I won't, however. Probably getting very close to, yeah, 4 more. Brute Creeper. Wall. Do I want the atrophy? See, I mean, I've got plenty of cards. Plenty of choices here. So, yeah. Do I want 3 Wailing Banshees? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, the fact that there was a lot of blood cards for me to grab means there might not be many people running blood, so therefore they become even more effective. So maybe I will run them. We'll give this guy, I'm going to give him the, you know, I could do the flight, and that's probably the better choice. But I will, I love card draw too much. Too much. Flight over here on that guy. So yeah. Yeah, I know I have fairly heavy 3 to 5, but I don't mind doing that because I don't really. I mean, I could come up against aggro and that may just shit on me, but I'll take the risk. Have I picked my terrible transfers? Where are they? I'm confused. Where is it? Huh? What? Oh, it's right there. So I don't even have my transfers in yet. So I do want those. I mean, that's more high cost cards. It's a bit of a problem. So we got what, 5? I mean, I could get rid of the Misfortune, and I probably will. Yeah, because I got enough discard. Get rid of Misfortune. I may even take the Storm Call out, and then I maybe run 7 and 9. Champion wise, I mean, I could do Flight, which I don't think. I mean, yeah, if I do Flight, you know, I can give this guy Flight and give this guy Flight. Yeah, that'll definitely be pretty nice. giving the Brute Creeper flight, or giving the Inquisitor with the Draw Gem flight, instead of using the flight gem. You know, that's obviously the better way to do it when you're in these colors. So Stormcall I will take out, even though I do like it. You know, I want to be making sure I'm hitting my blood, so I'm going to do that, like so. Now, it does make the Thunderbird a bit iffy, and it's, yeah, I mean, it's only really going to be good if I get it early game, so let's just take it out. We'll take out the Thunderbird. So, I could add in a Shroomshaw. Gets me a decent blocker and a bottle, maybe, or even 2 Shroomshaws. Wouldn't be horrible, to be honest. So let's see. What other choices do I have? Actually, you know what I should have done is just untick these, so I can just see. So, same Gladiator I could also throw in. Lose 2 health when he comes into play, but I can give it flight, which, you know, it's not bad. 2/2 flyer for 2, minus 2 health. Not horrible. Let's see. So I've got the Flying Champ. This is flying. I can, let's see. These are evasion, you know, sort of, you know, depending on what my opponents are running. Inspire, you know, getting this early would be great with the cards I have, because it inspires nearly everything. So I think I might pick up the bottle there. Just means I will potentially be able to do the flight earlier if I get that early. If I get it late game, it gets me a card, gets me a bit of health and a charge power. Yeah, maybe it's not the best choice there. I'll grab the Shroomshaw. I'm not gonna be. I can't really run Sorrow because it will kill a lot of my stuff, like this. You know, Corpse Flyers, the Shroomshaw itself. Yeah, it's just not really gonna work. But that looks okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not too sure if I actually want the Shroomshaw or not. Because I could run, you know, I could get like a 1/4 Cabin Commando. I think that will do a bit more for me. I could do an Atrophy as well. But, I think I'll just do this I've got here. This looks alright. Alright, so... yeah, so I've only got the 4 Sapphire cards, so I could probably even go down to 6. 6 Sapphire. Then again, you know, I do actually. How much is this? It's 1 threshold? I'm pretty sure for feather drifting. Yeah, so it's 1 threshold. So I will leave it at 7 because I do want to be able to use this. Yeah, I mean, I could do the Gladiator as you say. Yeah, I'm definitely considering it. Alright, I'll do it. Get some shiny gems in there. Woo! Alright, so that looks like a pretty decent setup there. So let's save the deck, that'll do. So that is the draft process. So as you saw, we go through and you pick a card from each deck, and the decks all get shuffled around the 8 people. So think of it as like a round table where 8 players are sitting around and you're passing the packs of cards around. You know, we're just obviously doing this in the virtual space, so it's done automatically. And you're just picking a card from each pack as it comes around until there's no cards left. Then you open the next set of packs and you do that, you know, because every player brings 3 packs of cards. And, you know, when the game is live, you'll be bringing 3 packs of cards or buying them and then, you know, joining the tournament. And you also pay a tournament fee, which you can pay with platinum. So you'll be able to buy platinum in the store. All that. So yeah, and then you pick all the cards as you saw. And, you know, then you build the best deck you can. from the cards. So let's actually quickly have a look here. So we got, I mean, I could throw in a misfortune, but I won't, but I'm just saying I could. Distinct lack of any mention to boobies. Oh boy, you've done it now. No. I'm only silly when the other Hextex guys are around. They normally start it. They start talking about boobs or other body parts that will not be mentioned. Thank you for the follow, Asaku Koji. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. But yeah, you made me mention it now. Nice one. Alright, so basically we're now just waiting for other people to save their deck. I'm going to save mine once again just to make sure. So there we go. And I'm going to just set the be right back message. There we go. So I'm just going to quickly edit some things in the background. So I'll be able to hear when it starts. But hopefully that will be soon. Yeah, getting very close to the 300, and thank you Bloody Trails for the follow. So that's actually probably like $2.99 now. So one more follow, and then I will set a date which I'll post on Twitter, and I'll also update the box below with the date and time. It'll probably be on a weekend sometime, maybe even this weekend, depending on if I reach the 300. But yeah, so I'll have the date set, and then the date of when I'll be streaming on a certain date, and then during that stream, when we get to a certain point during the stream, maybe when I hit a certain amount of followers, not followers, but people in the channel, like maybe I'll wait for 20 or so, and then I'll do the giveaway. And I'm still not too sure if I should just give it away to, if I'll do to whoever's there on the date when I set it, or if it can be anyone. I think I'll probably do it to those who are around, and I'll probably give like a week's notice basically, so people know the exact date of when that giveaway will happen. That's probably what I'll do, to be honest. So still waiting there. I'll get rid of the message since I am here. But yeah, just waiting for sorry, not waiting, but just doing some things in the background while that people are building their decks basically. So, oh, I just heard the noise. So here we go, first game of the draft. So yeah, my first ever draft game in Hex. Here we go. Provided this doesn't bug out. I have faith. Oh, it's been a bit. Oh, there we go. Nice little coin flip there. So now, something actually just I thought of here. I wonder if the card graphics there that you had, with the sleeves, I wonder if that'll show the player's sleeve. I think that's probably what they will do. Well, that's a pretty bad hand. But yeah, I think that the sleeve thing there is I'm gonna keep this just because why not? I'm crazy. But yeah, I think that'll show the player's sleeve. So if you have like a Kickstarter one or whatever the case may be, players will get a bigger view of it there, that you saw on the coin flip page, and then you'll obviously also see it in game. It just gives it a bit more visibility as well. So that's probably what they will do. Now the reason why I've kept this hand is because I'm Australian, so therefore I'm crazy. But also, I do have a decent amount of high cost stuff, and I have faith that I will draw into into some options. So there's, yeah, it's a decent card. It's better to have resource than not. I mean, it's kind of, I probably would have been, probably 90% of the time would have been better off just mulliganing there. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out for me. Having a Corpse Fly early on is pretty good. So he's in Blood Sapphire as well, which is quite interesting, because there was so many blood cards to pick from. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So let's, hopefully we just keep getting cards at this point, because I don't really need more resources. So that's good. Getting more cards. So I'll play out the blood. Doesn't really matter which. But yeah, next turn I'm wanting to do the Corpse Fly. Make him, even if he loses a resource, it'll slow him down potentially. And he may be in a position where he can't really afford to get rid of the resource because he wants to get out maybe a 3 or a 4 drop. Whatever the case may be, he may want to keep it, so then he gets rid of a troop or something, or an action. So it's, Corpse Slay is a really nice card. So he may do a Corpse Slay here, which would be fine, because I've got plenty of resources. So there it is. Called it. So I'll get rid of a Sapphire. That's perfectly fine. Don't really, need more than one, really. Not that I need... I mean, I do need more blood than I do Sapphire. Because of, what's the card name? Oh, I'll remember in a second. Terrible Transfer. It works off your threshold. So obviously getting rid of a blood there... Because I don't need more threshold for actually playing cards. But Terrible Transfer does work off it, so... Obviously get rid of a Sapphire is the proper choice there. Alright, so he's done a Corpse Fly, I'm going to do a Corpse Fly. Everybody is going to do a fly. So I'll play out the Sapphire. Play out my Corpse Fly of my own. So he might get rid of a resource. So we're in the same exact position here. Except the downside here is he is running this champion. So if he does get rid of a resource, maybe he won't be able to kill my Corpse Fly with the charge power. I actually wouldn't mind if he did, because I want to get the Mazet Ranger out, and I don't want it dying to, the charge power. So if he kills it, I mean, it's still going to be a problem, because this will start smacking away at me. But yeah, so he got rid of a resource. So, that may be relevant, might not be. He'll probably have another one out of the 4 cards he has in hand. He might not, but he will draw one at one point, and then, I'm just hopefully he doesn't do it this turn, and he attacks in, and therefore I can just block, do the trade there, and then I'll play out something like the Banshee, keep the Ranger back because of the charge power. But if, he does play the resource, so if he kills, which he might, because then he gets 2 damage in, that's probably going to be nope, well, I mean, he still can, obviously, but he's doing a Chosen, which is not good. I mean, that's a nice pickup for him. In limited, it's a very good pickup. That's a really... Ooh, and that's a nice one as well. So, yeah, he's in a very good position here. That is quite troublesome, to be honest. Quite troublesome indeed. And this charge power really... I mean, I probably should have used it myself, to be honest. I was maybe getting a bit greedy with the flight, and... Yeah. Oh well. I can't actually change that during the interim as well, in between games. But yeah, I mean, this would have been the better choice. So it looks like he's going to do the trade, which, I'll block. He might not even attack though. He might be happy to just sit back, because he does have a Chosen on board. He is going to. Yeah, I'm not in a very good position here. Oh, I'm against... I just realised I'm against Elf. So he probably knows exactly... He's probably watching or listening. You bastard. You bastard, Elf. Oh, well. Probably not the case. Alright, so... that Chosen is a really troublesome. Really troublesome. So I'll play out the blood here. Play out the Banshee. Now... Yeah, I mean, I'm not in a great position. But, as long as I You know, my terrible transfers, you know, when I draw them, will do 3 at the moment. If I draw some blood, like unfortunately these aren't blood. You know, I've drawn a more sapphire than I needed to, so I only need the one really. So I don't have any 2 sapphire threshold cards. That's okay. I mean, getting more would have been great. But we'll see what he does. I mean, he's holding on to the charge power, which is not good for me. Deals with a number of my troops. But oh well. What can you do? You know, this guy I might have to wait, you know, depending on how I draw. I may have to wait till I can play this out and the Blood Aura on the same turn. Just so when he tries to kill it, I can Blood Aura. Actually, I'm not. Can you actually? Yeah, you can respond to the charge powers. Oh, another corpse slay. I mean, that's super annoying. But I'm just gonna lose a shard, so that's not a big deal. And he can now block this guy. But yeah, he's got a very. I mean, he's in a very good position here. Because now all his 3 or higher cost troops will get flying. He's got the Chosen on the board. I don't think I'm going to win this one. But it's all going to come down to my next probably 2 draws. If I can get just quality draws from here on, then maybe I'll have a chance. But I'm in a tough position. Now he's throwing this at me, giving me the option to block it. And I'm going to do so. Or Hey, bugger. Nom nom nom. I'm just doing that because, I mean, obviously he doesn't have any troops in hand that he can get the flying benefit out of. Or he just, you know, doesn't care because he's going to get to just draw specters, and he's like, well, they're flying anyway. So he just wants to get rid of my board presence, allows him to attack more. So yeah, I'm in a pretty bad position. Let's see what he's got in hand. Tingle and a timer play. Well, I have to get rid of the Dingler. Yeah, sadly I can't play my Ranger, because it just dies. Honestly, I'm just going to die to Spectres. I can already see it. This guy creating 2 a turn in a, you know, when you've got a small deck, it's a pretty big problem. Should have used this champion. Got a bit too greedy going flying. Another card that I can't play yet. Awesome. Take some more damage. If I get 1 more resource, I can play this out, then Blood Aura it, making it a 4-2, which then he will make it, you know, probably make it a 3-1 again. What he does. So he's got a Brood Creeper of his own, that's not good. Well, I'm in a really bad position. His deck is a lot like mine, except he's also got a Dingler and a Chosen. Running the better charge power as well. There we go. I really need to draw the a resource, I guess. Or a terrible transfer would maybe be okay. But a blood resource would be okay, probably better, to be honest. Because then at least I can play this out. Like, it's a basic, the charge powers are all basic, so you can't do it on my turn. So I'll be able to use this and then this. Now, I'm not 100% certain that I can actually respond to the charge power with my quick action. I mean, I'll try it. I could totally derp it up and maybe my dude just dies for free. That's if provided I get a resource here. That's actually not bad. I can block the Brood Creeper. So I'll play this out. I can also give it flying. Make so it can block the Corpse Flay. Let's have a look what's in his hand. We know he's got a Time Ripple plus something else. So it'd be nice to hit whatever else he has. So he's counter magic. That's good to know. That's really good to know. But it's also quite troublesome. So he's going to be able to Time Ripple this very safely. So that's not good, especially if he hits a resource, because then he can Time Ripple it and then counter whatever I do the next turn, especially if I do that again. So I'm going to actually take full damage because of the Time Ripple from earlier. So yeah, I'm pretty much dead this game. That's going to be too much. He's going to get a free Spider Spawn. There it is. So he's got the resource. So now he can Time Ripple this, attack in. I try to then do something next turn. He stops it with the counter magic, and then he just wins. So yeah. There. So I actually typed GG. There we go. Did work. So he's going to hit in, as you can see, 4/6, and then he's going to get a free 2 damage spider. I'll show you that real quick. 2/1. So he'll get that. So that allow him to do 8. So as you can see, I will be dead. That is over. Nothing I can play next turn. Whatever I tried to play, he would just counter. So unfortunately, I can't change my charge power. It's pretty sad. So yeah, my deck. His charge power shuts down a lot of my deck, sadly. Definitely gonna have to add Atrophy in, even though. Yeah, this is tricky. Like, I may even have to take the Mazet Ranger out, because the only way I could really play it is if I've made him use the thing on something else, or I've got a Blood Aura to, make it a bit stronger. So I'll take this out. I mean, I may even have to take the Inquisitor out, to be honest. Even though I really, really don't want to. It's such a nice card. But the charge power is something he's always going to get to. Like, that's just the way it is. There's really not much I can do about that. So I'll take it out. If I just need to beat this opponent, and then to get on to, the next. And then I can bring him back if I can get that far. So Sora is actually going to be pretty nice, I guess. So we'll throw that. Oops, I'm too many. So let's see. Let's see. I think I may take out one Banshee. So yeah, I mean the Corpse Slice will still die to it, but he may you know, not use it on the corpse slides like he did last time. And I may not even draw the corpse slides, so. But they still, you know, they'll still get something, even if he uses the charge. He'll still lose a card. So that's probably a bit better. Sorry about the dog. Let me see what she wants. See what the Bella wants. Come here. You want to watch? You want to play some draft? Hey, what cards should I pick, hey? Hey, which ones do you like? Just tap on the screen. Alright, so she probably wants to go outside, but for now she'll sit in my lap and she's playing now, right? Just so a heads up, Bella is now playing the game. So that's, I mean, not the best opening hand, again. It's keepable though. It's alright. Like I kept a much looser one last time. But yeah, this is Bella's choice though. She's decided to keep this hand. So what are the odds we play each other first? So play out of blood. So I guess yeah, I'm going first. So that's actually pretty good. I like going first. Alright, so his charge power is not really going to be much of a problem anymore, thankfully. I mean, I did lose my Inquisitor from the deck, but you know, who's to say I would even draw it anyway? I mean, I did draw it last game and, you know, was unable to use it because of the charge power. So, you know, good idea to then take out those cards that he can answer very easily with a charge power. So, took them out, and now let's see how it works out, because I need to win this game to take it to a game 3. So let's see if we can do that. I mean, he had a lot of nice cards that we saw, you know, a lot of the same stuff I picked out, but he had some other good ones as well. That Chosen is really nice in Limited. So if I can draw a Mentalist next turn, that would actually be beautiful. Like, that would put me in such a good position, especially if he doesn't have any removal yet, or a way to kill a 3 toughness troop. A Mentalist into then wall would be absolutely brilliant, and would probably just win me the game if I could get that, you know, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, like that. Getting that combo out in Limited is very strong. And if your opponent doesn't deal with it, you're just going to keep getting card advantage, and then basically you win the game, because card advantage it wins games, to put it simply. Not always, but alright, so I got another resource, unfortunately. So I'll play out a Sapphire there, just because why not. But I'll be playing out Blood mostly now, and you need the 1 Sapphire. If I keep getting like Blood Shards, I'll just keep playing Blood Shards, and keep these in hand for discarding to Corpse Flies. Because, you know, the more blood, the better the terrible transfers will be. Alright, so just waiting for it to... guess he has to click, I think. Hopefully he hasn't frozen or anything. There we go. Maybe he was just doing something. Alright, so let's see what Bella does next turn. So she's playing out a blood resource. And looks like she's thinking about doing a witch or a wall here. She's going with the witch, and I would say the reason for that. Just wait. Alright, she's told me the reason she's going for that now is because she'll be able to start doing damage with it if her opponent doesn't do anything next turn. So he's got a counter magic. He could have actually countered that. Decides not to. He wants to save it for something more problematic, I guess, because this is not. I mean, it's only a 2/4. But yeah, good to know that he's got the counter and he He had it open there. I didn't, Bella didn't even take that into consideration there. So it was a bit of a loose play by Bella. Not even looking at that. So let's see what Manticore decides to do this time. Maybe just leave the... okay, so it looks like leaving the counter open again. I mean, we know all about it. We know it's there. And we can just throw it like a wall if we want. And if he counters it, he counters it. Not a big deal. We can still... Bella can still hit in for 2 here. Isn't that right, Bella? Yep. Alright, another blood. So again, like I was saying before, can just keep playing out the blood resources, because that does make the what's he gonna do here? Maybe a time ripple's gonna happen. But yeah, it does make the terrible transfers better. So they're now doing 4 damage. So, so I'm gonna play at a wall. If it gets countered, so be it. It's not a big deal. Probably will counter it. I mean, he doesn't want to waste too many turns just doing nothing. So there's the counter. We make him use it. I'm perfectly fine with that, because I can still play out this if I, next turn. So not a big deal. I would really like to get a Mentalist though before doing the wall. That would be a lot better, for obvious reasons. So, playing, I mean, there was a bit of a downside, to that, is the fact that my other one now costs more, but, the fact that I got so many resources means it's fine. But also, I mean, I don't even really need to play it yet. It's not going to do too much. So I can just keep hitting in with this. So, yeah, he could, so he's got to mesmerize that. That's a bit annoying, but not a big deal. That's now dealt with this guy. He's no longer going to be hitting in. That's fine. So he's got 1 resource open, so unlikely to have a counter magic again. He could have got more than 1 though, quite easily in the draft process, but I mean, yeah, I doubt it. Such a good card, I doubt it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'll play out, I'll just play it now. But I'll play out another blood again because of, the reasons I stated before. Terrible Transfer will now do 5 damage because it works off the blood threshold. So that was exactly what I wanted there. So absolutely beautiful. It's what I asked for, and it delivered. So that's very good. That's very, very good. So as long, I mean, he could have another counter. He does have a lot of cards in hand. I think it's unlikely, but I don't think it's worth a risk playing out something like the wall that will be hard to deal with. Also give me guaranteed card draw every turn. Won't be worth doing if he leaves open 3. Which he may be doing. Like, he's played out a 1 cost troop, leaving open 3. So, probably not going to be trying to do this, because, it's such a good combo that letting him counter it would be pretty bad. So, if I get another troop or something, I can... so let's see, he's thinking about what he wants to do here. So this could be a bluff. He could be like, oh, I'll just sit here and pretend I'm thinking about casting something. Like, he's got the choice of, oh, either I play this or I leave open counter. That, it could be a bluff. He could be really trying to push that bluff through. But it also could be he's actually thinking about that. It might not be a bluff. But, that's the mind games, much like poker. You have to try and read the situation. In this case, you're not reading the player as much. You can't really see them. But you can read the way that, still the time they take and all that sort of stuff, just like in poker. So he's, he took a long time. So again, I don't think it's worth the risk, such a nice combo. So I won't be doing that. So unfortunately, just getting a lot of resources here. So I guess I'll just attack. I mean, it's probably, like I said, it's probably unlikely he has another counter. But not really worth the risk. He has to do... Like, he can block here, whoop-de-doo. But he really wants to, he can't just keep taking damage, he has to bring something out eventually. Yeah, what I meant by that is you can't really read, like their body or their, the physical aspects, their emotions on their face or their body, all that sort of stuff. You can definitely read them in terms of the time, as I was saying, you can read certain aspects. Like, he took a long time there, so it was like, to me, that tells me he's considering, oh, do I want to play out this 3-drop or a 2-drop, oh, but then I won't have enough resources to do a counter magic. I'll leave the counter open, and sure, that means I take a bit more damage. And the fact that he did play out a 1-drop that left him on 3 specifically does point to the fact that it's very likely. So now that's actually good. What he just did there is very nice for me. So yeah, and as I was saying, it points to the fact that he did have the counter, and now he's like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do a corpse fly. So I lose a crappy resource that I didn't need. But because of this, oh bugger, you bastard. So that's a bit of annoyance, because now he can, I have to play this out again to get before this. So I mean, it's an annoyance, not a big deal though. But that does mean now I can't, I obviously can't do both of these. That'll be 10 resources. I will leave this in hand. I don't really need more resources, and he does have more corpse flies, so that is something I have to consider. So yeah, we'll be replaying the Mentalist, and then he probably will be leaving open resources again, sadly, because he now has the better board position with the fly. So, I play this out, he then leaves open 3, and then I can't get the combo I want. So, yeah. And also the fact that he probably is listening to me. He was in the chat before. Actually, I think he is. He actually asked me before, do I want him to mute the stream? I didn't actually check the text there. I don't really care. But obviously that it gives him a bit of a leg up, but it's not a big deal. I don't care. So again, I'm going to leave this in hand. It doesn't really do me anything. Do I want to give the Mentalist flying? Perhaps. He could have another time ripple, which would be super annoying. I mean, I could take the damage. It's not a big deal. And then I could later use the flying. I mean, you know what? Let's actually just no, I'll hold off for a bit. I can take 2. That's fine. The reason I'm holding off is just in case he was to, like, if I do block this, he could have, just even, anything like a Sapphire or a Blood or any trick that he could use, and then I lose this. I can't afford to lose this, so not really worth the risk. So he's definitely going to leave open counter magic here. There's not really much reason not to. Which, I mean, I could use this, and that will make him use it for sure, most likely. Because I just want to get, once I got this combo, I'll be in a very, very good position. So, yeah, there is that. So, yeah, so again, he's leaving open 3. So, I mean, it could be just a bluff, He could have been purposely sitting there, that few turns ago, taking his time, just to really cement that bluff into my mind. And the fact that, I mean, if he is listening, he knows that I've got this, that I want to play out. And he's like, haha, I'll just screw with your mind. Which, it's the way to do it. It really is holding me back here, because of that, he's got 3 cards in hand. I mean, it's very, I mean, he might not have it. And we'll be able to find out this turn. So I can actually do both of these here, so that's actually good. So I can play this out. Which one do I want to do? I mean, actually, I can do both if by playing that. So I mean, no, he's not going to counter the gladiator. There's no way. Don't see that happening. So yeah, I mean, I take 2 damage. It can now block though, at least. He's going to counter this, but I have to make him use the counter basically. So I'll get rid of this. So he comes, I mean, unless it was a bluff, we're about to find out. If it wasn't a bluff, that's getting countered. The fact that he's taking a bit of time here means he's about to play counter magic. He's taken more than a few seconds to hit the pass priority button. Now it's been a lot longer. So I mean, he's now really, he's in the point where, yes, he's got it, but he's thinking, do I really want to use it? Or should I just let this die? And, he's actually decided to let it die. He does most definitely have it, though, I'm pretty certain. But, again, it could be just a jolly good bluff. So let's actually... I'm going to give this flying now. Why not? I don't care anymore. But yeah, I mean, he could really just trying to nail home this bluff. But yeah, I mean, losing that guy is not a big deal, to be honest. I mean, I did gain health, which is a bigger deal. Like, I just gained 5 health. So I've negated all that damage he's done previous. And now I'm in the better board position. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this whole time he could just be bluffing. But it's alright. I mean, like I said, I'm in the better board position. So he's got another resource. He's still got the charge power, which, you know, he's not, you know, he's saving because he could be thinking, well, maybe I'm, by not using this, he's keeping something in hand. You know, that's maybe what he's thinking about that. Because not really worth using it on these, because, you know, it would still trade if he did it to this. This would still be able to block. I mean, I wouldn't block, though. Oh boy, alright, so that's his big play. That's okay, though. It's not really, but, you know, I will be able to get my wall out at least. But yeah, I'll be able to find out if it was just a big bluff after the game. I'm sure he'll, you know, if he's listening, he'll tell me, because I'm curious to know. But yeah, Storm Colossus is obviously a very good pickup in Limited. It's so he's actually, I'm not too sure why he did that. That is quite strange. Oh, the charge power. Yeah, I almost forgot. So, oh boy, I guess I'll just trade here, even though it's not the great. That was probably a bad idea. I probably should have used this to chump block this. Nah, because I mean I can't block the Corpse Fly with the Mentalist because of the charge power, which is also something I almost forgot about. At least I'm now going to be able to do this finally. I mean, I probably could have done it before. It probably was just a bluff this whole time. Find out. I want to know now. I mean, maybe. I mean, he doesn't actually need to tell me yet since the game's still going. So yeah, there is that. Ooh, that's not good. I mean, it cannot work on the Colossus because it has spell shield, so that's kind of sucks. So, I mean, again, playing out this doesn't do me anything, so I will not do that. Now, one thing I can do is play out the Buccaneer, send this back to my hand, play out that as well, and then I'll be able to attack in with it, basically. It will also get inspired. I mean, it's still, you know, I'm taking 6, he then takes 2, 3, puts him to 13, so if he plays out a troop, then sweet. I mean, if it's a corpse file, then I'm not going to really, well, I could bounce it because I got nothing I would lose. So that wouldn't be horrible. So I'll lose this, play this out, bounce the fly, and then he replays it, and I don't lose a card. Or he just saves it until I hold on to something. But anyway, so yeah, the Colossus obviously is a problem. It's a problem indeed. But yeah, not over yet. Because if I draw, say, you know, I can potentially race. Oh, Brood Creeper. That's fine. I can. Well, we're about to find out if he's got that counter next turn. Because if I try and Buccaneer this, he'll probably counter the Buccaneer. Which is probably going to happen. So he's probably going to attack here. Which, you know, obviously I let through. And I can, yeah, I mean, I basically have to try and race. I can't, you know, I can't jump block that here yet. So I'm going to go down to 14. I can now do some return damage to him. He may actually even use this on my Mentalist here, just so my return damage is weakened. I'm thinking he's considering it. Nope, he's decided not to. Alright, so, I mean, a terrible transfer would also be alright here. Another blood, not really what I wanted, but... Alright, that was my... okay, so I got another draw. That was the trigger off this with the Inspire. The combo. And another resource, so that's not great. So, play out the Buccaneer. Probably going to get counted. We'll find out. We will find out indeed. And it's interesting. Maybe it was a bluff. Or he's worried because the fact that I've still got, plenty of resources to do, say a terrible transfer or something. So do I want to activate it? Yeah. I kind of want to bounce my dude back and then get it back out, and then it actually becomes a decent blocker because it won't be tapped. I'm tempted to do that, to be honest. I really am. Because this guy's dealt with, I can stop him. That's no problem, the wall does that. So that's probably actually the better choice here, is to bounce this guy. Because that, makes him effective again at doing something at least. Maybe it's not the right move here. Maybe not, but sue me. I also get to, look at his hand. He's got 2 cards. If he doesn't counter it, my mana scares him. So I can now have a look, see what he's got. So I'm gaining 2 things out of it. Now I've got a blocker. Ooh, a Rockcaster. And I've killed it. Beautiful. Now, he still can use this though, and he still gets to kill. But it is now that's a really nice for me. That is actually really nice. So that was good. He can only kill the Buccaneer with it. So this guy is still now a good blocker, so that's negated that. So now I can hit in for 2. So that actually worked out rather nicely. And also to note, this guy is inspired. So if I ever do feel that, oh well, let's just get a card, I can give it flying, attack in, because he's going to attack in here for 6. And yeah, so that actually was pretty nice there, that reveal. So it's possible he has a counter magic. No, I mean, if he did have a counter magic, he would have used it there, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's very unlikely that he has a counter magic in hand. So yeah, in a pretty good position here. I mean, he's still in a good position as well. Especially the fact that he can just hold this back and I can't really attack. But he doesn't need to. He can just, kill me in 3 swings. And I can't really... Okay, so a Mesmerize is annoying. So, yeah. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, he didn't have the counter magic. So it was just a bluff. And that was, yeah. Not a big deal. So, yep. Yep. Now going to hit in for 6. I can't really do much on my turn now. I mean, I'm still going to get 1 damage with the wall. I can give something flying. But, he's got a corpse fly. I need to draw... Like, a terrible transfer would actually be rather nice, because I do need more health, and that would help out. And then I could kill, say, the corpse fly, give, like, the Buccaneer flying and hit in, perhaps. But yeah, then the Rockcaster can still come out and kill the Buccaneer, so that would be probably a mistake as well. So, that is not bad. Well, kind of. I mean, I get rid of 2 of his troops there with that. But that doesn't really do me much else besides that. Banshees, yeah, it's okay actually. Sadly, because this got time rippled, it's not going to get inspired. Otherwise, that would actually be a nice one. Alright, so yeah, he's listening. The bastard. So, got a pretty tough choice here. Pretty tough choice, so probably just need to sorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to sorrow. Obviously I don't lose anything. And yeah, so I'll do that. So, and then I can basically... Now, is this guy inspired? I'm not sure. I guess not. I thought it came in when this was a 3 cost. Maybe not. I can't remember. As you can see, I'm in a lot of trouble. So, the question here is... I mean, I can now... the turtle wall blocks the spider still. So, probably best to just attack with both of these. And get some, because if he blocks with the spider, then he loses the spider. And all I would lose is the Buccaneer, which he can already deal with the Rockcaster. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Even though it is only crappy amounts of damage, it's the, well, I mean, this, I won't be able to block with this anymore, but the card draw is needed. So he may block this, just because of the fact that it will draw me a card. But I'm in a tough position, really tough position. So I guess this guy's not inspired, because I mean the text is on that one, so I didn't really keep track. So maybe I'm just gonna get one card here. Still, it could be good. If I get a resource, that'll be bad. Terrible transfer would be amazing, because then I'd heal for 6. So let's see. Let's see. Just one card. I can play this. I can kill that. Sadly, you know, I can't use it on. But yeah, I'll play that. And I can play that out as well still. So, we'll get rid of this. Get another card. Still got the Rockcaster in hand, we know about that. So that was a decent draw. So this is turning into a really quite an exciting game. That doesn't really help me. The card I just drew. Actually, it does actually help me. I will actually do this. Now, I'll explain why in a second. The reason why this actually does help me here, like this card's negated, this is negated, so this here is my only source of damage, which he can kill. He can't kill this though, and it just did. I mean, the effect here is gonna just overkill his dude. He still can use it though to kill something. You know, the effect will still trigger. But the reason why I've played this over this is because it's now inspired. At least it should be, unless it's bugged out, because you know it's a 4 cost. That's a 4 cost, so that'll get me some much needed cards. So he can hit in for 6, puts me down to 2, and then I can hit in for 4 or 5 next turn, puts him down to 5. And if I draw, you know, from this guy, if I draw like a terrible transfer, I can basically use it on like this guy, which is already negated, and just to get that much needed health, and then finish him off the next turn. Potentially. I mean, so there's the Rockcaster, it's his last card in hand. There goes oh, did it trigger? I guess not. Nope, it did. So yeah, he still gets the trigger, as I was saying he would. So he kills the Buccaneer, which is not, I mean, it's you know, gives him a lot more easier time actually finishing me off, and he can also just use this as well if he wanted to. But yeah, so I can only really do 3 damage now. But you know, it's going to come down to what I draw. I'm going to get 2 draws at the start of my turn, then I'm going to get a 3rd draw from the Witch. So I need to draw out of those 3 cards something nice. Now, in saying that, I can also give the wall flying at the end of the, say for example, well that's probably not what I'll give flying because I don't want to lose that, but I can take this damage. Say for example I don't draw, in all those cards I don't draw anything useful. I can just play out the Banshee, give it flying, and hope he doesn't get a removal for it, because then I can just jump block. Gives myself another turn and more card draw, which will then hopefully secure me the comeback. But yeah, exciting game. This is a lot of fun. So yeah, this has come down to the wire. This one, I mean, I'm down to 2 health. I'm still in an okay position, and sadly these guys are negated. So he's going to go down to 9 here. So he's actually thinking about using his charge power. Doesn't really do him too much though, to be honest. Like, I'm still going to get a card. Like, he can use it now on this, make it a 1-3. I attack in, then he can use it again the next turn, make it so I can't no longer draw cards with this, and that's probably what he's doing. It also does obviously mean I do less damage, but the card draw here is the most important thing. So that's not a big deal for now. For next turn of his, making it a 0, you know, do no damage, that's where that will be then another negated card of mine. So then I'll be relying on my wall plus whatever I draw. But I'll, you know, like I said, I'll be able to buy time with the Banshee by playing it out and giving it flying. So not what I needed, not at all, but we're going to get another draw. And that's, sadly, you know, I can't, you know, this won't be strong enough. So let's see, so I probably just attack in, get the card draw, see what else I get, and then I'll assess my options. So let's think. Yeah, so let's attack in. So I'm going to get a card, at least I should, provided it's not bugged. Yeah, so there's the text, it is actually on there now. Sometimes it doesn't appear straight away. So yeah, let's attack in, see what I draw. Puts him down to 8. Alright, so, okay, that was a good draw. That was a really nice draw. So now I have a choice to make. Probably just going to play out both of these, leave that open. So yeah, I think I win now because of that. As he said, you know, he thinks I might win as well. So now that I get a chump blocker out, that's going to be very good. Sadly, these aren't getting inspired. If they were, then I would definitely win this game. I mean, I could have played out a Rockcaster just for the inspire, but it's all good. So let's see. Alright, so yeah, so that's all I'll do there. Sadly, I mean, I guess I actually probably just made a bit of a mistake. I could have gave that flying, and then, wait, no, sorry, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind. Yeah, I can't really, you know, triple block or anything to kill that, which would have maybe been worth it. But yeah, he can't kill me, so that's, you know, depending on what he drew. Even if he does kill this, I can still use this, which is kind of a bit crappy, to be honest. What did he... Oh, so he's got a resource. So, you know, I just block here. So he's using the charge power, makes that so that I can't draw cards again. Now, however, I can use this onto that, so I can draw cards again. Which is what I'll probably end up doing. Proceed to attack phase. Yep, alright, so... yeah. Quite an interesting game. So I can block here. That's if he attacks. He might just hold back. Nope, he's attacking. So he wants to get rid of my troop. I mean, he basically has to. So what am I doing? Declaring blockers. So there we go. So now what I'll probably do is play this onto there. Yeah. I'll do that in a second. So I'll lose my dude. I mean, I probably don't need to do it right now. I could probably wait to see what I draw, but I'll just do it now. So we'll give that flying, and I can give my charge power onto this one. So we'll do that. So I'm going to draw a card here, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully having just the one flyer blocking, it'll be enough, you know, depending on what he draws. You know, it's a risk. It also, okay, so that's not going to help. Not going to help at all. That's not really going to help either. So I do need to attack. I'll attack with both of these now for 3. Then give this one flying, or, you know, see what I draw. So yeah. So I get one more card here. I'll attack in with that as well. It's a very close game. So let's see what this gives me. So yeah, it's just a shame. I mean, if this wasn't forecast, I would have won this game quite easily. So a Brood Creeper is actually nice, but not really going to help me. So I'll bring out the Banshee. Yeah, actually that does help me. So I get this out. I give it flying now. If he does get the removal, then he wins. You know, that's the risk I'm taking here. So I give this flight now. And if he doesn't, then I win. So that's, you know, it's just a toss up. Who's going to get it? Is he going to top deck a card that wins him the game? If not, I then win the next turn, basically. I mean, not... well, yeah, pretty much. So, Yep, making that flight. There we go. So yeah, bring it really down to the wire, as I said this game would. So play. I mean, I probably could have played there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're both 3-2s. Yeah, but so again, it comes down to what he draws here. This is what this game comes down to. So that's a really, you know, I'm not going to be sad if I lose here, because it still was a very fun game. And you know, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can take this to game 3, or he gets the top deck of the century. All he needs is a removal, a time ripple. Boo, he says. So you got a resource, sadly. So, with the fact that I've now got these on the board, if he leaves it back as a blocker, he still dies. You know, because I'll have 4 troops that can attack, and he won't be able to stop. So he's just lost. I mean, there's nothing he can do now. So I won the game. There you go. So there's the victory screen. Now, do I want to change anything here? I think that worked okay. Obviously the Storm Colossus is a big problem, but I don't really have... I mean, a Misfortune actually wouldn't be horrible, but the counter magic will obviously be really annoying. I'll just leave it as it is. It worked alright. Worked alright. Let's take it to the game 3. Here we go. Uh-oh, my dog's probably going to start barking soon. Just heard some thunder. Where is she? She's hiding somewhere. Alright, so I'm not going to bother changing the deck, even though I could do so. Should be fine. Yeah, that was an exciting game too there. That was a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now we're going on to game 3. So again, I'm just gonna check some things in the background. Looks like we started. Alright, so let's see what sort of opening hand I get here. Last 2 games I got, the first one like 6 resources, the second one 5. Maybe we'll get 4 this time. 1, 2, just 2. That's a bit of a problem, but I'll keep it. Why not? It's a bit silly, but I have faith that I'll pick up another resource, and if I do, I'll be able to do these. And then if I pick up another, I'll be able to do these. So yeah, I'm fairly confident that I will be able to pick up one. So you know, believe in the heart of the cards, basically. Winner take all. What are we taking? So yeah, good luck as well to you. Elfie elf. Yeah, I would like to... I mean, obviously it'd be sweet if I can take this deck up against another opponent, because then I can add back in my Inquisitors, or my Inquisitor, and also my Ranger, my Mazet Ranger. Very nice troops they are. Inquisitor would be very nice if, you know... Obviously against this champion it's not nice. But yeah. So, just a resource. So, you know, all I need to do is pick up a resource in either this turn or the next turn. If I get it now, that would actually, you know, that would obviously be better. Just because then I know I'm fine. You know, I'll be like, sweet, you know, that's good. I don't have to worry. Whereas if I, you know, I didn't. So now I am in the position where I need to get it next turn, otherwise I'm going to be missing a resource. Which will be bad. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the game. It'll be bad, but won't be, you know... I'm not going to lose just because of that. It'll put me in a bit of a sticky situation. But yeah, should be alright. So, heart of the cards, we're going to get a resource. It's going to happen. It's going to be a Sapphire. It's right there. That's a Sapphire. You can see it with my X-ray vision. So here we go. Sapphire coming up. Here we go. Boom. It's an atrophy. Alright, so obviously I'm not Superman. I cannot see through things. So yeah. That's not good. Oh well. It was a risk. I knew it was a risk when keeping the hand. But I figured with the amount of resources I've been drawing, I was confident I would get one. As long as I don't miss 2 in a row, I should be able to recover nicely. But yeah, he's now got counter open. Potentially, you know, he's leaving it open. So I play out something like this. It's not something he'll probably counter, because it is something he can block just fine, because he has blood troops. And there we go, there's the Sapphire. So maybe my X-ray vision was just seeing underneath the top card. So that was it's hard to calibrate it, you know. Oh well. I'll see down one too many cards. So yeah, I'm not going to counter that, obviously. And I don't need to play out the Corpse Fly just yet. It's not a big deal at all. You know, because when I do cast it, he's going to lose a card. You know, when I end up doing it. So yeah, good that I got that resource. Picking up another would be good as well. But you know, not necessary just yet, because I do have the ability to play out this, which he may end up countering, which would be an annoyance. So a 4th resource. Is he going to play anything out? We shall see. We shall see. Now, if I pick up an atrophy. Okay, so he's going to kill this now with the atrophy plus charge power. That's it's a decent play. That's fine by me. So now I can play out the Corpse Fly if I don't get a resource. I'll be able to do that. Now, I would like to just draw. Like, basically, I hope the rest of my Sapphire is on the bottom of the deck, and that way I just draw like blood and cards. You know, if any resources I draw, I just want them to be blood at this point. Because then, okay, what? All right, that's surprising. He didn't finish off my troop. I'll take it. I mean, it is a permanent debuff, so you can kill it any time, but seems a bit strange still. So I'll just play out the Corpse Fly. But yeah, I mean, by doing that, now he can kill the Corpse Fly. So that was probably a bit silly. But yeah, I'm not fast. It's, you know, we'll give him another target to choose from. Maybe it was a bit of a mistake. But I didn't want to do nothing for my turn. Did I collect? Is he discarding? I don't know what I just did. I like zoned out for a couple seconds while talking. Alright, so he's got rid of Shards of Fate. Not a big deal. So I'll hit him for 1. Haha, take that. Alrighty. So yeah, probably gonna lose my fly, to be honest. Don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, I could have potentially thrown back in like my Inquisitor, and then, you know, because he's now going to be using this more freely, because he realized last game that I took out, you know, I didn't really have anything with 1 toughness besides this, basically. So yeah, he's getting rid of the fly, which I figured he would. So he's at 5 resources. I could use the Blood Draw on this, attack in, and it's not great, but I'll probably do it if I don't get any other options, to be honest. His hand is so odd right now. Fair enough. Could also have, you know, the counter magic as well. So I'd like to pick up a blood resource. Then I'd play out this. But if it's not going to give me a resource, a Mentalist would also be good. But not if he's got the counter magic, you know, that would suck. But yeah. Bum, 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 bum. So if any of you guys in the chat play Diablo 3, I've been playing that myself quite a bit lately with the new patch, the Loot 2.0, and getting ready for the upcoming expansion. It's been pretty fun. It's definitely a lot of good changes to the game. Like the loot's actually fun now. So if anyone has played it and hasn't touched it in a while, it's actually pretty good now. And if you haven't played it, it's actually on sale for the for 20 bucks, I think, on BattleNet. And definitely worth 20 bucks if you haven't played Diablo 3 and you like that type of game. Definitely worth it. A lot of fun. So I got what I wanted there, so that's nice. So let's see if he's going to counter this. He's doing the right thing though. And this is a... You know, he spends... that time he didn't spend too long. But in the previous game, you spend a long time, even if you don't have the counter magic, just sit there like you're thinking about that you've got one. Do I want to counter this? Because that's, you know, when something's on the chain, pretty much that's all you're going to really be doing, is thinking about, do I want to counter magic? And when you've got the resources open, it's okay to, it's a good idea to just do that bluff every time. Like, you know, just that will keep your opponent guessing. Same with, you know, like in poker, always want to do that sort of stuff. It's keeps your opponent, you know, second guessing themselves, like, oh, but he's probably got this because he did this, and oh, geez, and then they just, it makes them change what they did. Like you saw what I did last game. I didn't play the turreted wall. Probably like 2 turns I waited, I think, until I could do it. So he's using that dingler we just revealed. It is a quick action, so that's a fine, you know, it's a good play. Not a big deal. You know, not a big deal at all, really. It's an annoyance, but yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, really happy that draft's been added, and yeah, pretty confident that now that, you know, this patch was huge. This patch was absolutely huge, so I'm fairly confident that we may be seeing closed beta in like maybe a month. Actually, is it now? Yeah, I'd say probably a month from now is, you know, maybe a month and a bit, 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. But I would say it's going to be towards the end of next month, or half, you know, mid to late next month, is my guess, and that'll be pretty sweet. It's all going to come down to the bugs that, you know, how quickly they can squash any new bugs that were introduced and existing ones, all that jazz. So that's a resource. So I don't really have anything great to just, yeah, to do here. So, with that said, I'm just going to, because, you know, I got quick actions, so I'll just hit him for 1. It'll do. And, you know, if he's holding open the counter magic, well, I'll just keep beating him down for 1. Obviously, not going to win me the game, because there's no way he's just going to sit there doing nothing. But I'll leave these open. If he plays out a Corpse Flay or something, you know, I'd lose probably one of these and use the other. If he plays out something a bit bigger, I can use this. But he also may just, I mean, he's thinking about doing something at the end of his turn here, so maybe another atrophy. I mean, if he's got it, there's not really much reason not to use it here. If he's got an atrophy, if I was him and I had the atrophy, I would just finish this off, and he'll get that card draw as well. So yeah, you're not doing anything, that's fine. So let's see what he does. If he does anything, he may again just keep sitting back. He could also do a Storm Colossus, which would be a big problem. So yeah, good God, he says. This hand is so odd. Good God, this hand is so odd. So yeah, it would be interesting to know what he's talking about. What makes it odd? But yeah, maybe it's just like lots of removal or something. I mean, my hand's also not that great. So, I mean, I could do this, but I won't. I'll hold off there. Both just going to do nothing probably for a few turns. So I can play out that, which I probably will do. I may even just wait some more. Because yeah, if he, I mean, he's unlikely to counter that. Yeah, I think I'll just play this out. Out comes the Phoenix Guard Scout. No hesitation there, so probably, I mean, either he just was like, no, I'm not going to counter that, or he doesn't have the counter, so he's just smashing away at spacebar, perhaps, because that resolved very quickly. But he also could be just wanting to trick me once again. Sometimes the best thing to do is just don't even think about that sort of stuff, and just play cards. Because you might screw yourself by thinking they've got it, you're playing around it, and then you could have won, but you didn't because you held back and they didn't actually have anything, and yeah. But when you know your opponent's running like 2, so I think he's running 2, I think. So a Mimic, that's that's a shitty card, to be honest. So I mean, he's going to be able to play out a Phoenix Guard Scout next turn. Oh, okay, an Inquisition. So he gets to actually look. Now this is the strength of Inquisition here. He gets to see everything I've got in my hand. So he's probably going to get rid of the Terrible Transfer, I'd say. But he's getting to look at everything. He may even get rid of the Blood Aura. Because obviously that will be a bit of a problem, me gaining life. But yeah, it's probably going to be either of these. But yeah, he now knows everything I've got in hand. So he gets rid of the Turret Wall. That is quite surprising. But fair enough. That's fine. Yeah, it's rather surprising though. I guess he doesn't want me to draw a Mentalist and do that combo again. I mean, it is still 1 damage every turn, especially we're in this sort of situation where we're not really doing much on every turn, and I'm going to do another 3 damage. It's not the worst thing to get rid of, but yeah, somewhat surprising, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm probably going to do this here, because I mean, he mimicked my flyer, so by doing this, you know, he can't block and kill it. Well, actually, he can when he gets to another charge bell. But I'll get some life while I can, so let's do that. Gets a bit more damage in as well. And I'm doing it now just because, I mean, he's tapped out, so I don't need to worry about doing it, you know, combat phase or anything like that. There's no tricks need to be had. Done. So yeah, hit him for 4. Puts him down to 12, puts me to 23. So it puts me in a good position here. So it's, I mean, he knows exactly what I've got in hand, except for this new card. So if he plays out the Scout, I can then bounce it back, negating his turn, and then I get to hit him for 4 again, which would be nice. And then I get to, you know, he may just kill this. See, now the reason why he didn't get rid of the Blood Aura is because like he probably has removal for this, and therefore, you know, he gets to get rid of 2 cards, and that's probably the case. But I took the risk anyway. Why not? So there you go, Mesmerized. So there you go, dealt with. However, I can Buccaneer it back to my hand, replay it, and it becomes a 3/3 blocker with life gain, which is not horrible. It's not the best, but that's probably what I'll do, to be honest. Because then I still, you know, I get some use out of it, and then later on I can swing in potentially to finish him off if I get the opportunity. But yeah, so that's, you know, makes sense. You know, the reason why he did what he did, and that's, you know, that's what I thought. But like I said, I took the risk. So let's see what I draw. Another one of those. Not bad, not bad. So I'll just play out this. Oops, I almost did his one. So I'll send that back, just so I can replay it, and then it becomes a good blocker. So, that's fine. Yeah, I'm in a good position still, but yeah, if he gets a Storm Colossus, that'll be troublesome, to say the least. You know, we know he's running, but you know, he probably has to draw it, unless he, I mean, I'm not sure if he got to 7 last turn, or if he already was at 7. I mean, he could play it out right here, could see a Storm Colossus, which would be problematic, would be the end of the world, but it would be very problematic. So he's getting rid of my Banshee, that's fair enough. And also, I'm very happy, I'm happy with that, that's perfectly fine for me. So he probably won't attack because he's the one who's in the... You know, he's already down to 12, so if he attacks and doesn't... Well, he could, and then he plays out another troop, that would be fine. But yeah, we'll see what he does. So he's probably attacking here, and then I'll... You know, if he attacks, then he will play another troop. So he's not attacking, so therefore no other troops. So it probably has a counter magic. And yeah. So let's see what I draw. Not bad, not bad. Probably will get countered. But let's risk it. I'm not going to play around that shit again. Counter magic! Done. Boom. Hopefully not, but it's probably going to be. But I got to make him use it, so I'm not going to be too sad, to be honest. If he doesn't, though, then I'll be in a very good position. I'll be in a very good position if he doesn't have the counter here. Now, he is taking a while, so maybe he's just like, damn you, he's cursing, he's punching walls. Who knows? Yeah, okay, so you thought about it for a while there. I'm not sure why. I mean, if you got it, you don't want to get 2 for 1. Like, no way. So, yeah, I mean, I could attack and trade. Nah, I won't do that. I have reasons for why I'm not going to do that. You know, mainly this, because I can next turn attack. If he blocks, I then use that, which would be the better play. So there's no need to just throw my Buccaneer away, because all presence counts. So yeah, let's see what he does. Just a quick question for you guys in the chat. How is my volume at the moment? Is everything clear and loud enough, all that sort of jazz? So I haven't, you know, it's been a while since I last streamed, like a couple of weeks, mainly due to the, you know, we've been waiting for a new patch, and I mean, here it is, the big patch, the one we've been waiting for. So yeah, I've, you know, changed a few things in that time. Things have moved around. I assume it's fine since no one said anything, but figure I'll just ask. Volume's fine, that's good, that's good. So it does seem, I don't know if it's maybe, like that was still obviously delayed, like your responses, but it does seem to be shorter than it used to be, like chat delay. So actually what I'll do is, no, I was going to say I'll do a stopwatch type thing, and see how much the delay actually is, but yeah, not a big deal. So I've got a couple options here. You know, I can do that, or I can do this, and yada yada. So I will attack. I'm going to do this one because it gets me a card. I can save that for later. That's provided he blocks, which I'm pretty sure he will. But you know, he is listening to the stream, so he might not because he knows what's coming. But yeah. So, ooh, that hurt my ears. That loud beep. What the hell was that? I have no idea. That was like, I don't know. That was strange. So he is doing it. So he may have another counter, and so be it if he does. So yeah, I think it's a bit longer than 7 to 8 seconds. Let me see. So I'll actually tell me when you hear this. So when you hear the this the first time, just type like now or something, chat. I'm actually counting in my head. Okay, so yeah. But that's still, even if it's 15 to 20 seconds, that is a lot better than it used to, like, when Twitch changed their thing to, you know, to increase the delay. Like, it was like a minute or longer for pretty much everyone. And that was pretty horrible. But 15 to 20 seconds, that's fine. Like, you can still have conversations, obviously, with people. And it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, so that was a decent turn for you to type something and read it out. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. No, it's not too important. But yeah, so let's see what he does. I mean, I'm in a good position here. He needs more troops. I mean, he said about that just before. He needs to pull a troop or something. However, he may, still be able to deal with kill the Buccaneer or something. 20 cards in deck. I think I have 12 troops. What? Okay. Not sure what he means by 20. Oh, okay, yeah, because yeah, he's got 20 left. Yeah, gotcha. So he's in a bit of a bind here, obviously. So I can just beat away with the Buccaneer. Oh, I drew an Inquisition. When did I do that? Oh, off the atrophy, of course. So that's good. I can now pick something from his hand and be like, no, not this card. So that'll be good for next turn. That'll be really good. Get to see everything he's got. So yes, Bummerwolf, how you going, man? Hex now has draft. Such a huge patch today. And yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, the game is shaping up. After this game, after the draft, I'll show you guys the store. The store is actually in-game. You can't obviously use it yet, but you've got like the interface basically there. Looks pretty cool, so I'll show you guys that after the draft, provided I remember. So he's not doing anything there. Resource is not bad, so let's have a look at his hand. If he has a counter magic, he'll probably use it, because otherwise I'll just get rid of it, which he does not have. So which is the more damaging card? I mean, the Mesmerize is the more problematic one there. Negating my cards is annoying. Time Ripple's not a big deal. Mimic's not really a big deal because it's 2 turns to actually, get the mimicked copy out. So yeah, I'll just get rid of the Mesmerize. That funky looking monkey cat. So we'll get rid of that. There we go. Then we can play this out. Now I'm not going to be attacking with it until it's going to be fatal, because it does actually have Mesmerize on it, which as you can see the troop doesn't ready. So at the moment it's just a blocker with life drain. But yeah. So yeah, I attack in here, and like I said, I don't need to attack with this until it is fatal. When I said odd hand, I had 2 Mimic, 2 Mesmerize, Time Ripple, Dingler. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, if you go, you guys have probably already done this, but if you haven't yet, if you go to the Hex TCG website, which is obviously is hextcg.com, you've got a draft article that tells you, how the process works and all that. Gives you a good rundown. And then there's also the patch notes, which are quite huge. A lot of new cards, some very powerful cards were added to the game, some very powerful ones, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. Such a nice patch, probably the biggest patch in the alpha to date, I would say. And drafting as well. Just the fact that that's in is amazing, and it seems to be going pretty smoothly. I mean, there's obviously going to be. There was some first hiccups when I first tried this morning. But yeah, it seems to be going pretty smooth so far. And what was I going to say? I forgot. But yeah, there is going to be a patch again tomorrow, like a hotfix type thing. Server fix, I think. So yeah, he's pulled a lot of troops. A lot of resources. He can actually, with the amount of resources he's on, he can mimic something and play that mimic copy, which is probably what he'll do. He has to stop the bleeding, basically. But he may also be waiting to draw, like, a Storm Colossus and then mimic that. But yeah, he's not wanting to wait. He wants to stop the bleeding. So that's exactly what he's doing. So, okay, Buccaneer, that's an interesting choice. I guess he's gonna Buccaneer what? Maybe this? Yeah, I wasn't gonna use it as an attacker because it's, for the reasons from before. But I can deal with this now. I can combat trick it with the Sapphire Aura. So I'll probably end up doing that. I can also, again with the Atrophy, which I may do as well. Either or I could also just Terrible Transfer. But I'll wait on these as long as I can, because the more blood, the better. The more life I will gain. So, yep. So he has a time ripple in hand, actually. Which, yeah, it's fine. Corpse fly, so we can make him just use a... Guess he's got time ripple and a resource, I think. So, I'll do that. I mean, if he loses a time ripple, that'll be sweet. If not, I can't actually do... I probably did a bit of a mistake there, but oh well. That's fine. So yeah, time ripple in hand. So I can't do this combat trick here, because he'll just time ripple it, and then I'll lose this, basically. So I'll just give it flying, in which case he may time ripple as well. So he may time ripple in response to the charge power, which wouldn't be horrible. Let's just do it anyway. Try to get through that 2 damage. He's probably, I mean, he probably doesn't want to, but he might. Like, I wouldn't want to time ripple a Buccaneer, but so yeah, he's not going to do so, so at least lets me get the damage in. So that's fine. And this can be saved for either as a trick or to just push it over the edge to do fatal or whatever's. So yeah, I mean, obviously a good position. If he draws the Storm Colossus though, that'll be very problematic. But his time ripple is not great at the moment because these are both cards that have nice interplay effects. The Buccaneer, however, wouldn't be too big of a deal because it's not like I want to Buccaneer his Buccaneer. Corpse fly of his own. So I'm going to have to lose something there. So, to be honest, I might even just get rid of the Sapphire Aura here. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that because this is a good, it's a good blocker with life drain. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. That's fine. The atrophy can kill this, and these can still keep flying over the top. So I don't really need these Sapphire Aura there. He still has the time ripple. That's fine. I mean, he may, yeah, actually, what he will do, he could do it right now if he wanted. He could time ripple the Corpse Fly and replay it to make me discard another card. He could easily do that. But he probably wants to do it in response to, me trying to kill it, for example. So I can't really do that because he will definitely send it back to hand. I mean, I guess I could. Because then I can attack in for 4, which puts him down to 4, which, obviously is not good for him. So it wouldn't be horrible. I could also do that. However, I will lose my... Yeah, no, I can't do that. So... I guess I'll just play out this guy. Yeah, I'll just play out this. And then I'll just attack in. He gets to kill 1 with the trade. That's fine by me. I still... let's think about this. Yeah, no, I'll just do that. Maybe it's not the best choice, but I'm not too fussed at the moment. I think I've got this game in the bag. Like, I'm in such a dominant position right now. So, yeah. He's really probably not wanting... I mean, he might block and then time ripple. That's probably what he'll do here. Because that will stop, the damage will fizzle. He'll take 2... Nope, okay, so he's just trading. That's fine. So, yeah. That is perfectly fine. So, we've got him on the ropes, obviously. I mean, we've had him on the ropes for a while. And he really needs to get his, like, Storm Colossus or something. That's what he needs. He needs it, like, basically now or next time. And that's a decent one. However, I can not kill it because he can time ripple. But, yeah. It'll make him use the time ripple and I can swing in for 5. Then I can do it again the next turn and swing in again. We'll see, we'll see. Decent draw. So probably just attack here. I mean, I could attack. If he blocks here, I can. He'll just time ripple. So yeah, I'll just. Obviously he's going to time ripple, which will stop my transfer from working. But by doing this, I then hit in for 5, puts him to 1 health, and there's pretty much going to be no way he's going to be able to stop himself from dying. But yeah, like I said, he can time ripple here. But yeah, going to 1 health is not what he's going to want to do. He's not going to like that. It's going to be pretty much impossible to come back. Because then I just need to poke him and he dies. So let's see what he does. What's he gonna do? I wonder if he remembers that this guy cannot ready, because, if he time ripples this, yeah, he has to, and he is doing so. So, while, he'll then be able to bring this out. Now, the thing that he doesn't know is that I've got this in hand, so, yeah, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because this guy, he only gets in for 3, I get 3 life, and then he just has to deal with this, which he will be able to do. But yeah, he, obviously doesn't know I've got this in hand. So, yeah, while he can play out that gargoyle again, and that would normally be able to stop me from finishing him off, that won't be the case. So, well, yeah, that's what I expect him to do here. I mean, if he brings out a Colossus, that would be obviously a very, very nice top deck for him, but it's still really not going to be enough, because he has to, he can't attack me, and it's just, eventually I'll get like another troop, and I just attack with both and he dies. Because he would only be able to block 1, So, yeah, that's pretty unlucky, dude. So he's playing out the gargoyle, so he does get to throw a resource away because of the effect this guy has. When it enters play, you draw a card, then choose and discard 1. So he gets rid of his shard, gets out a Cavern Commander, not going to help him, so that is game. GG, buddy, old pal. So we are going to go to... Sorry, excuse me. Going to go to a next matchup in the draft here. So that was the first matchup. So, yeah. Those changes I made to the deck after the first game actually turned this into a really nice nice couple of games. And he got a bit, he got very unlucky this game with what he drew. Didn't really get what he needed. So he's going to swing at me. That's fine, I'll take the damage. So yeah, I just now terrible transfer. He's a gargoyle, which will kill it because it will do 4 damage, because it deals damage, 1 damage for every threshold, blood threshold. So as you can see, I've got 4, so that's 4 damage for 5. I also gain 4 life. So yeah, that'll end the game. And there's an Inquisition, not that that helps. So we just kill this. And then we swing in for 2 with the Corpse Fly. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So yeah, we will be going up against another opponent. They've probably all been waiting, unless they've had long games. These games went for quite a while. So yeah, we will be going to the next matchup. There's that. So let's see. We've got... there's... Okay, it doesn't really show it long enough. Now my deck now should have reverted to its original form. Provided it's working fine. So I should have my Inquisitors and... Yep, so I do. So there's my Ranger that we took out because of the charge power my opponent was using, the -1/-1, which deals with this, deals with my Inquisitor, all that sort of stuff. Got a good opening hand here. My opponent's using a charge power that is not gonna, really deal. So yeah, got a pretty good hand here. Got a turn 2 play. We got this guy flying, teleport transfer, and we got, would have been good if there was like 3 blood and a sapphire, because as we know, my deck doesn't need more than 1 sapphire. Yeah, some unlucky stuff there, Elstone. So we'll keep this hand. My opponent has kept his as well. Alright, so I don't know if Lonsdale here was watching on the stream. Maybe he doesn't know I'm streaming. But if he does, he was probably watching, so he probably knows a lot about my deck. That's fine. So he's going first, and he could be doing aggro based on the fact that he's using poker and he's in Ruby. So it's probably going to be a fairly aggressive deck, which could be a problem, especially with him going first. But yeah, it's not bad, not bad. So we'll play out that. And next turn I can play out a Sapphire. The reason for that is because I want this guy to be flying. And you know, you need to have the threshold for the gem there to make it trigger. Looks pretty cool. Woo. Alright. I kind of think it stands out a bit too much now. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I don't dislike it. But it kind of like really is just in your face. I don't know. So that's obviously a pretty big dude, like the front end there. So I'm probably just gonna trade here if he attacks. Terrible transfers. Yep, I got 2 more in my hand. So that's good, considering I have the resources. You know, once I get to 5, I'll be able to use them, and they will get me some life back. So that's good. But I can't really be taking 3 here, so I'll probably just trade. Unless he burns my guy, which or a Ruby Lance, that'll do it. So yeah, bye bye Gladiator, you mongrel. So not only did he do 2 damage to me, he then didn't even block the 3. So that guy, you know, he's not only is he shamed, he's like double shamed. Get out of here. Go home. Alright, so yeah, that's not good. Obviously I'm going down to 15 already. So that's a bit troublesome. I mean, luckily for me, I do have ways to gain life, but am I going to live long enough is the question here. Getting a Mentalist now would be nice. A Mentalist right here would be pretty perfect. And I get a resource, and it's not the resource color we want. But oh well, no heart of the cards there. A Mentalist would have been good. The reason for that is I would have been able to inspire the Mazet Ranger, which obviously is flying, and then I would get 4 damage in and also draw a card, which would give me some pretty good advantage. Sadly not the case, did draw a resource. And I'm going to take another 3 damage at minimum here, which could turn into a lot more very easily. You know, Gem Crazed Berserker could come out and do 6 damage, or Ruby Pyromancer comes out with a charge power, so we're taking 7. So I don't know if I'm going to live long enough to do these transfers, to be honest. Doesn't look like I will. So I will, I mean, I've got already things in mind that I'm going to change in my deck. For example, Shroom Shores, I'll be adding both of those in, because, you know, they will block and kill both of these. The Shroom Shores will be very nice against this, you know, against aggro decks. They're just very nice cards. Getting the initial blocker that can generally kill a lot of the aggro troops, as you can see. But also, there's the Mentalist, so we got him a turn late. But that's okay, provided he lives, which he might not. So I could easily just die next turn, to be honest. So I'm probably going to have to do a terrible transfer next turn. I don't know if I can really risk blocking here. I mean, I may have to. Yeah, we'll see what he does. I mean, if I block and he does like a burn or something, or then that's, you know, he could just kill this straight up with a another Ruby Lancer. Unlikely he's going to have another. So Mortis Draxer, yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble, and he just killed. Oh right, wait, what? How does that work again? Bury all troops from the. Yeah, okay, so he just buried 3 troops. Wow. So that was not only did he just removed 4 troops from my deck, like got rid of my board presence, and then yeah, boom, sayonara. Not good, not good at all. So yeah, that's 5 damage, so it puts me down to 3, and I've lost my card draw, Mentalist there. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the flip there, hitting 3 cards, 3 troops. So that means more likely I'm going to hit resources, which is kind of okay if I hit a blood, because then I can do 4 damage, get 4 life. But yeah, losing those troops is pretty huge, losing 3 there. So that's not good. Not good at all. So yeah, more likely, as I said, going to draw resources, and there they are. So I need to kill this, basically. So we'll get 4 life back at least. So yeah, then I take 2. He then maybe plays another troop, which I can kill. Get some more life back. But yeah, just basically holding on for dear life. I'm not out of it yet, but not looking too good. Not looking too good at all. He's down to 2 cards in hand. That's a bit of an upside. Oof. Luckily I can kill her, because if not, I would pretty much not really be able to bring out many troops. Well, I could bring out that, and if she tried to combat, you know, and then she just dies. But yeah, really glad I'm going to be able to kill her. That is a very nice card that he's picked up in limited, and that's probably one of the reasons why he you know, went Ruby. He's probably picked that up early and was like, yeah, baby. I know I would. So, that's fine. I mean, I can kill it, so that's good news. And I can get a bit more life out of it. So that's a bit of good news as well. Yeah, I'll just kill it now. Bada boom, bada bing. See you later. So it puts me back to 10, so you can do another 2 damage next turn. Boo. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to change my deck around to deal with the super aggression here. I mean, it's not super aggression, but it's definitely troublesome. That's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, so I take 2, so I'm going back down to 8 again. And based on my hand, obviously my only option is to play out the Ranger. So hopefully I draw something good. I mean, the fact that I lost a Rockcaster, I lost a Corpse Flyer, and I mean, losing these 2 was huge. Corpse Flyer is a very nice card, and the Rockcaster is even better, because not only could, you know, I could have took out this and had a troop that could then block this. So the Rockcaster would have been really good. So yeah, it's a bit annoying losing that one. That was a very good mortar strike by him. That was a very lucky flips there, getting the 3 troops off the top. So turreted wall is not bad. Not bad at all. So you know, that stops the bleeding. So I'll play that out. So that's decent. I mean, well, actually, to be honest, it doesn't stop the bleeding. I mean, I still take 2 damage. So it's not exactly the best. Stops some bleeding. Yeah, because obviously I can only block the 1 troop. So yeah, he could, depending on what he's got in hand, Shrine of Prosperity. Okay, that's not too bad. Nice card to pick up though in limited. Makes all your troops stronger, makes your resources give you extra charges, which is relevant when you've got this charge power. And yeah, then the making your other things cost cheaper as well. Very nice pickup there for him. So I don't think I'm going to be really able to recover in this game, to be honest. I think I'm probably going to get screwed by the charge power. Because, you know, the Ruby Pyromancer is going to make it do 4 damage. And that's just not good. And he's definitely going to have that probably next turn. So I'll play out both of these, which is actually good. So play out that, play out this. And we'll keep the resource in hand since it doesn't do me anything. So maybe that is enough to keep me in the game there, but probably not. Because I can't get aggressive. I'm probably going to have to just block with these guys. Oh, he got another Ruby Pyromancer. That is not good. That's not good at all. That Blaze Elemental, when it comes, is going to be quite damaging. And not to mention it is now a 3-2 because of the Shrine. So now it's a 4-2 because of the other Ruby Pyromancer. So, yeah. That's quite troublesome. Quite troublesome indeed. So he probably will push through damage here, but he may also just wait till next turn, because he knows I can't just kill him. So there's no reason for him to push through the damage yet, when he can wait till next turn. I mean, Yeah, he's going to wait. All he needs to do is get a resource, and then the charge power comes out and I die. Pretty much. So I don't think I'm going to be able to really come back from this one. Yeah. That just a dead draw. That's a bummer. He's got no cards in hand. So yeah, I'm expecting to die next turn, especially if he hits the resource. Then he'll have a 5 damage Blaze Elemental. Okay, so he's got Lord Adam. So he's actually picked up a number of good cards here. Yeah, I'm basically screwed. So that guy's now going to cost. He gets +1/+1. Sorry, and then he's now going to become a 6. Well, and then this will trigger, and yeah, there's nothing I can do to stop that. And there's the attack. So let's GG there. I mean, I might as well block here and block there, whatever. See what I draw. I mean, I'm just blocking whatever here. It's basically over. There's really nothing, it's not like I've got an extinction or something. That'd be the only thing that would really be able to recover for me. Pretty much. I really needed the Mentalist with this. Like, that would have been probably my only saving grace. Mentalist plus the wall. Getting more cards is what I sort of need. Bottle. Woo! Let's play that out and use it, obviously. So, double click. And a Banshee. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just concede and tweak my deck to deal with what he's got. So, I want to get 2 of these in. Acquisition doesn't really help much against someone who's pretty much playing out everything they're doing. I mean, it's alright early game, but I got Corpse Size. Atrophy will be good. What else will be good? Sapphire Aura, probably not so much. The atrophies though. The Thunderbird actually would be alright. Maybe I don't want the atrophies though. The Shamed Gladiator, he can go bye-bye. The Bottle perhaps can go bye-bye. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Bottle. So puts me back to 40. I kind of want the Thunderbird though. I mean, he has ways to kill it, but yeah. Maybe not. I might actually stick with this, because then, if I do get the Mentalist out early, and he doesn't kill it this time, then that would be very good. I could also do Sapphire, I guess. No, I want the Sapphire in case I draw the Inquisitor. That'll do. I'm probably not going to win. But it's all going to come down to my hand. My opening hand is going to be the most important factor against his deck, and if he mulligans, that'll also be helpful for me. So 2 Sapphires is not great. I mean, luckily I can play out these, but yeah, it's okay. A Mentalist would have been beautiful. Like if you take out like one of these and put a Mentalist in, and then have the Mentalist survive long enough to inspire these guys, would pretty much win me the game, because these would all draw me cards. Because he can't block these unless he's got an artifact troop or a blood troop, which obviously he's not in blood. He is a ruby diamond, makes these guys better. But yeah, I went first, so that was a bit of an upside for me. Does mean he gets obviously an extra card, but him not going first is quite important, because that does give me a chance to put some stuff on the board before he just starts doing tons of damage. So you know, getting the wall out before he gets like to do his charge barrel, for example, is quite relevant. Because say he gets a ruby pyromancer next turn, and then when he does, you know, it'll be a 4 damage blaze elemental, which my turtle wall will be able to block. So yeah, by going before him, that's works out just fine. Not to mention I can now bring out a Banshee, and then that will block this. Now he may end up using a removal on the Banshee, so he gets through the 3 damage, and I'd be perfectly fine with that, because that would mean that maybe, you know, when I do draw a Mentalist, if I do, more chance for it to survive if he uses a removal on this. He may just take the trade. But yeah, the bad thing here is that I'm drawing way too many Sapphires. Like, I only need 1, and I've drawn 4 and only 1 blood, and blood is what I need. So that's quite bad. That's Google thing. That's what that beep the noise you just heard. I was wondering what that was before. It's Google messages. Oh yeah, just a mate of mine messaging me. Alrighty. So he didn't attack, so that's good news. That's very good news. Does mean I can attack if I want to, and then I can bring out another one, or I bring out a wall, which I might do. Oh, there's the Mentalist. Beautiful. However, if I bring it out, and he, yeah, he could just kill it straight up. Should be a problem, to say the least. So what I might do here, and he can't block me, so I'll probably attack. And then see, maybe he'll kill this right now. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, if I can get this out, I can win this game if it survives. Which I honestly don't think it would. It's a risk, obviously, a very big risk. Let's take it. Let's take the risk. If he's got the Ruby Lance, it's dead. But, you know, as I said, it's a risk. And it's at the end phase, and didn't kill it. So, hopefully, if I even just get to inspire, like, the Turtled Wall, that would be really good. Like, absolutely amazing. So he's doing the charge belt, that's perfectly fine. So I just need to get my wall out now. And then I'll basically will, you know, probably just win the game from there. If I can get the wall out and get it inspired and then he can't remove it, then, I mean, he could just kill this right here. Doesn't look like, no, end phase, nope, okay, that's good. That is very good. Now, I'm still too many Sapphires. Luckily, I can still play everything in my hand. There's a blood, that's good. So, out comes the Turtled Wall, so that's going to get me some nice card draw. So, that's very good. And I can now give this guy flying. Might as well. Ouch, he says. Yep, definitely ouch. So yeah, give that flying. I hit him for 4. I can block this. So yeah, I'm probably going to win this game now. Just due to the fact that I've managed to inspire that. So yeah. Just that one interaction against an aggro. I mean, he's not out of this by any means, but I'm definitely in a very good position. I mean, I may not even, like, if he attacks, I may not even block just in case he's got a burn. So yeah, it's not really worth losing that guaranteed card draw on the 1 damage. Not worth the risk, really. So he's playing at a diamond, so let's see what he does. Let's see, maybe he's been waiting for diamonds. Yeah, it looks like, you know, a pretty good chance that I'll be able to take this to game 3. He's thinking here. Proceed to attack phase. He's probably going to attack. Yep, I'm not going to risk it, as I said. I'll just take the damage because, you know, I can easily race him with what I've got on board. Because I do 5 damage a turn. And provided he doesn't play another troop here, I can do 5 damage a turn. And I get the card advantage. And I'll be able to play out another one of these, which will get me more card draw. Actually, I'll be able to play out both of these, so once that happens, if he doesn't kill this now, and I get both of these out, and he doesn't have something like a heat wave, which I really, really strongly doubt he would run a heat wave. I mean, if he does, and he's like holding it in hand, like that would be brutal. I mean, so yeah, there you go, he is killing it. He did have, so he needed the 5th resource to kill it. So, luckily I did get to inspire this. I mentioned actually just before, I reckon it's probably going to be next month, probably either halfway through the month or towards the end of the month is when they're probably aiming for. Like, that's what I would say they'd be aiming for. The Slacker Backer option stops on the 1st of April. So there's that extra card draw. So yeah, I would say it's going to be probably end of next month is my guess. So unfortunately I just drew too many resources there. However, I can still play out both of these. I mean, there's no reason not to. And that's damage he cannot block. So yeah. We'll hit him for 2, puts him down to 11. The next turn I can swing in and do 6 and get 7 damage next turn thanks to the wall. And yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, he got rid of the Mentalist. If he didn't, then there would pretty much be no way he could turn this game around. He has a chance to turn this around. Still probably fairly slim. He's got a lot of cards in hand though, so he's definitely not out of it. But the fact that he can't block these is where, you know, I'm probably I don't think you're really going to need a Slacker Backer on top of a pro player, but I mean, you're not going to be able to get it again in the future. So if you just want additional cards, some more exclusives, extra 1 month of VIP, it's not horrible by any means. And you know, those packs of cards have a chance to be primals and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I don't know if, I mean, I'm not going to, because I've got enough Grand King and 3 pro players. Yeah, I don't need more. So again, I'm just going to take the damage. I don't want to risk losing this because it's giving me really good card advantage. So I won't block until I feel it's absolutely essential. Like, I may end up blocking this guy. But for now, I can just swing in for 6. I'm going to get 7 damage done here. And then obviously I won't need this again, so just blocking. Terrible Transfer would actually be good draw here on my draw step. Rockcaster works as well. It works okay, so I'll use that. Kill the Arena Brawler, as it kills a troop with 3 cost or less. So I can only get to choose that one. So that's fine. But now, you know, now the position I'm in, you know, next turn he's dead to these guys, so I don't need the turret wall anymore. So I can just block with it if he kills it. Not a big deal. He dies to these guys. So he's got a repel. I mean, that helps, obviously. So yeah, but if he attacks with this and doesn't have, I mean, he's got steadfast actually. Never mind. So that helps him, most definitely. So because of that, I may not block, because, you know, again, it's 4 damage. Don't really want it to get burned and die, and I can take the 4 still. Provided, I mean, it's a risk, because if he does have something like burn to the ground, he can currently do that for 5. If he has another resource, he can do it for 6, which will put me in a very, very close to death. I'm not sure about VIP stacking or not, to be honest. To block or not to block? That is the question. Does he have it? He has a burn. I'll just get that extra card, and hopefully I'm not just dead. So, you know, I'm probably taking risks that I shouldn't be, but I'm still going to be able to hit him for 4. Sorry, my dog is singing the song of her people. I hope you guys enjoy. Come here. What's up? Oh, mortar strike. So yeah, so that's what he was waiting to do. So luckily I didn't block there, otherwise I would have lost the turret or wall. He's keeping himself in the game. He's definitely doing it. So hopefully he doesn't have... Because I'm going to have to obviously start blocking here, which I may even just do with a rockcaster, just because I need to keep that 1 damage pinging in, and also the fact that it gets me a card is... Oh damn, that's not good. Actually, never mind. I got my charge power, so I actually just win. I almost forgot. I'm lucky I've got my charge power, because otherwise, who knows how this would have turned out. So, GG. Oh, well, he could have a burn still. So yeah, if he has a burn, then this dies to the burn. That is quite possible. Yeah. Okay, so he didn't have it, so that's game. What's up, Bella? Come on, up. All right, so that worked okay. So I'll just leave it as it is. I'm gonna just quickly save it and go into the last game here. Because my dog wants to go outside soon, and I'm going to go have some dinner. So after this draft, you know, if I win, I guess I have to do another opponent. I guess that'll be the finals, I think. I don't know. Something like that. So yeah, actually wouldn't be too sad if I lost, because I am quite hungry. My dog probably this... Well, no, she's got food. But she wants to go outside, don't you? Huh? Yes? No more singing? Come on, sing. Sing the song of your people. So, yeah, we'll take a break after the draft is done, in which I will go eat some dinners. 8 PM for me here in Australia. Save that again just to make sure. And as you can see on the stream, my Doge, the Bella at the top right there. Pretty cool how, I don't know why in the photo there, you know, I didn't manipulate that at all. She's got the green and the I guess you could say sapphire eyes there. She's got the wild sapphire. That's why she likes wild sapphire decks. Get the wild aspect, which she's you know, she's a wild dog. Not really, but yeah. She's yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, you can't really see that unless you've got like a bright light to see her eye color there. I never actually had noticed until I had taken that specific photo that her eyes were green and blue. Pretty cool. She's looking at me like, what are you talking about? She's trying to lick my face off. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, cats most definitely get. Ooh, that was a pretty nice hand here. We got 2 bloods. That's good. You know, terrible transfer will be good. We also get a mentalist, which hopefully I can get that out. And it doesn't, like, getting mentalist early. Obviously, we know the power of that. If it survives, if it survives, is the key component to it there. So what I could potentially do, depending on, you know, if I don't draw any other troops for a while, then playing it out not going to really do me too much. So what I could potentially do is wait till I've got like 6 resources, play it out, and then have the Sapphire Aura that could potentially protect it from anything that does like 3 damage, like Mortar Strike. That's an option. May not be the best one because, you know, I'm against aggro. So I'm probably going to need to get something on the board. But it's an option, because, you know, having it out by itself, not going to really do too much. And I'm just drawing a lot of blood, which is actually quite good. So this is where I may actually just hold the Mentalist back, because I'll be able to deal with things with Terrible Transfer. And it's actually going to do 4 damage come turn 5. So that's quite good. That's quite good. You know, this is the ideal stuff I want with this deck. You know, I only need the 1 Sapphire and then blood to make these Terrible Transfers better. So that's quite a good position. Sorry. So what question, Neo? I just didn't keep up with the chat there. But yeah, you said something about that answers your question. What were you referring to? But anyway, welcome to the stream. And yeah, this is a draft, and in the second matchup. So I got a Buccaneer, which is nice. So I kind of want to play this out, but I don't want it to just die. He does only have the one ruby. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Take the risks. Go big or go home. Oh, okay, fair enough. You asked if I was awake on Skype. Fair enough. Yes, I had a sleep before. Got about probably 5 hours sleep or so, because it was like I'd been up fairly early. Like I missed out on doing obviously the Hextech stream because I thought it would be 5 AM my time. So I was actually sitting around waiting for the patch notes, and you know, I didn't keep checking. I just figured, you know, it'd be 5 AM because that's pretty much when it always was for my time. But because of the time change, you know, daylight savings or whatever the hell it was, yeah, it went to 4 AM my time. So everyone was like doing it, and I'm like, oh, drats. So that's actually pretty good here. The Buccaneer will now be able to chuck Lord Adam back into his hands, so that's good. And then the turn after that, I'll be able to kill Lord Adam with a terrible transfer and then attack in with the Buccaneer, provided he replays it. So that's really nice. So we'll Buccaneer this, we'll hit in for 2 damage. And then if he replays this next turn, which I hope he does, honestly I really do, because then I will be getting even more advantage. And that will put me in a very strong position. So yeah, let's attack in for 2. Yeah, very crazy patch. Very crazy patch. It's beautiful. But I don't know if you've checked out the store thing. Like, you can click into the store, which I will do after I'm finished the draft. I'll show people on in the chat the store for those who don't have the game. You can't actually, you know, obviously buy anything yet, but it shows you the interface. It's pretty awesome looking. I like it. And yeah. So hopefully he just plays, I mean, he needs a resource obviously to do it, but playing out yep, there's the resource, so hopefully he plays out the Lord Adam. Yep, perfect. So that's exactly what I wanted. So now I get to make my terrible transfer of 4 damage. I get to swing in for another 4 damage as well, and I'm in a position to win now. I'm going to get some card advantage, I'm going to get some more life, and he's going to be in a tricky position. So there we go. We now do 4 damage with terrible transfer. So this is pretty nice draws I got here, like really, really good draws. So yeah, perfect. Nothing he can do to stop this. Lord Adam is dead. Knew that was coming. Too bad, Sonny Jim. And now we get an extra card as well, thanks to the Buccaneer being inspired, I should say. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that with that now, I'm probably just going to win. Because even if he kills the Mentalist now, this is still going to get me card draw. So even if he deals with the Mentalist, which he needs to, otherwise I'm going to get more card draw on this guy. And even if, like, say he kills this and then brings out a blocker, I can just give it Sapphire Aura or Charge Power. So I'm still going to get that card advantage, which we all know how strong that is. So yeah. Pretty confident that I've got this game now, so that will actually put me into the finals for the draft, I guess. And okay, so he's actually killing the Buccaneer. Fair enough. It's rather surprising. Let's see how many troops he hits this time. And 0. No troops for you, matey. So that's fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't kill the Mentalist. I guess he just didn't want me to keep... You know, like I said, you know, I was saying how even if he kills this, I'm still going to get card advantage. Maybe he was like, oh, well, he doesn't seem to have any more troops, or... But, you know, luckily I do, so that will get inspired. So it's another troop that'll be a problem for him. So again, I play out a Blood Shard. We'll play out the Corpse Fly here. Make him lose a card, which is probably... I mean, unless he's got, you know, he got too many resources, maybe he just ditches one, because obviously he's not going to need more. But we may also hit something good, like a troop, or an action. And we do. So we hit a Pyromancer, so that was great. Now, I could speed things up a bit. You know what? Yep, let's do this. Not the best play, but it does now make it harder for him to kill my Mentalist, and I'm going to get a bit more damage in. Why not? There we go. just because I want to also be using my resources, and that next turn I can do these. Maybe I'll draw something else as well. I didn't need to do that, but gets him a bit lower, and this is now harder for him to kill, which is pretty key because it's pretty much inspires nearly everything in my deck, and so yeah, I want it to live. I mean, he could play a Ruby and then do a Ruby Lance, and that will still kill it, and that will be unfortunate. But I'm banking on the fact that he won't get that, because if he had a Ruby Lance, he would have used it by now. If he had a resource, he would have ditched it. So that tells me that this is pretty safe to do at the moment, to buff it, and it's not going to die this turn. And so I take that sort of information into account. The fact that he ditched a troop, so therefore obviously no resources in hand, and he didn't do a Ruby Lance previously. So oh, okay, so he's got a Mortar Strike and maybe a Burn. So I knew it wasn't a Ruby Lance because of what I was just saying. But obviously he's still... I mean, I'm getting a 2-for-1 here, so not horrible. Well, okay, technically it's a 2-for-2. Ak thought I had 7 mana, lol, this one's over. Alright, so he just stuffed up. So he must have had a 2-cost something or other. I can't actually remember how much. I mean, obviously he had something to do. Oh, Bombsmith, okay. So yeah, he stuffed up. He done goofed. So, yeah. So you made a misplay. Well, I mean, I'm saying he said it's over. I mean, and he probably is correct, because that is a pretty big misplay now. Because now his Bombsmith will only kill a course. Like, it's not 100% over. He still has this chance, but not really. Like, it's gonna be really tough to kill me. Not to mention I have a 5 damage, 5 heal transfer in hand. I've got an atrophy as well, and I can swing in for 5 now unimpeded. And I've got a Blood Aura. Beautiful. So I'll play out the resource because that will allow me to do atrophy on his turn. Now I could do the Blood Aura on the Corpse Slayer because then the Bombsmith can't kill it. But I don't really care if he kills the... I want the Mentalist. Then again, it is inspired. So I've already clicked it now though. But whatevers. The better move would have been to actually do the fly. But yeah, either one is still good. So yeah, he's tapping out. So that's so let's actually see the standings here. So I've won. Is that it? I guess that is it. GG. Where's my prizes? Come on. What's going on, Corey? Corey, where's my decks? Come on, give me some packs of cards. And oh, calm down, Bella. Come on, come here, come here. So I guess it is. For some reason I was thinking it was maybe three matchups. Wait a sec. I don't even know if it is or not. So, wait. These guys are all eliminated. Are these guys still playing? I don't even know! I'm confused. So, I guess not. I guess that's it. I don't know. I feel stupid now, but anyway, I guess I win. So, yeah, first draft, first win. I'm not sure. See, now, okay, I'll just leave that up for a sec while I just check. Check something. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe someone's dropped out and maybe that's why it says... Because normally it would say, like, forfeit or something if it was still something to happen. I'm just trying to think. Wait. See, I'm pretty certain that this should be still another match. Well, I guess it is single elimination, right? So, I have no idea. Let me check the should be 3 rounds. I'm just actually checking because this I haven't really done a proper draft before. Because there's Swiss style and where you play all the rounds, and then there's the 3 rounds single 3 round single elimination. So I should technically have one more round because I've only done 2 rounds. So unless someone's dropped out. It doesn't say forfeit. So does anyone know if this normally says forfeit? Because normally you have an option to forfeit, and it changes to leave once you've completed the thing. Actually, there probably, I guess, is a way to check. I guess I can actually message these guys, the ones who yeah, everyone else is eliminated. So I'll message Aloe. It's probably my. Okay, so he's offline. So yeah, maybe that's probably a good indication of why. So both these guys I can't message. So maybe their game's bugged out and they've rage quit and flipped their desk and all that jazz. Yeah, so okay, so Bloody Trails has said that it normally does say forfeit, so it does look like it has finished. And Elfstone has also checked to see if it says complete, which it does, so I've won! Hooray! Won the first draft. So sorry, my dog is too happy. She's like, yay, she won. She also, or her. I gotta give her credit. Well done, Bella. I'll get you a chocolate. Calm down. Dog chocolate, not gonna kill her. Come here. Come here, you mongrel. But yeah, I'm going to take a break. So actually what I'll do is I'll quickly... Sorry, I'm trying to stop her from barking because she wants to go outside. I guess I have to hit leave first. So yeah, thanks for letting me know, guys. So yeah, as you can see, there's the new interface for the tournaments and all that. And you can untick constructed and sealed. I don't know why it's flipping out like crazy right now, but it does do that. So there we go. I think it's wireless refreshing or something. Actually, it seems like while I move my mouse... Nope, okay, maybe not. So yeah, there's the new drafts. Yeah. So, now that that's done... I'm trying to control my mouse with my left hand now while patting my dog to calm her down to stop her from barking. But there's the store. So, you can buy a booster pack. It says, the prices obviously here are just temporary. But you got redeem codes. So for example, I've got a mercenary code which I'll be able to plug in once this thing goes live. Probably going to get codes for our Kickstarter stuff to redeem all that. I'd say that's probably how they're going to do it. Makes the most sense. It's the easiest way. So you can buy your platinum, which then you can then use to buy. Now, say for example, I was like, oh yeah, let's buy that, and then you buy it, you open the pack. Here's the cool little thing here. So you'd have whatever you've purchased up here. So we got some pretty cool sound effects as well. And, oh my god, we got some cleavage. Everyone turn away. Oh no. So yeah, there was actually a big, quite a big thread on the forums where everyone was like, oh god, it's too sexualized and it's just stupid. But anyway, so you have the packs of cards, or whatever you've bought, and then you can click it and drag it into there, and then it'll do a pretty cool animation. As you guys have probably seen the example videos that was on Corey's blog. But obviously I've got nothing to throw in there. Also, you've got the Wheel of Fate thing where you spin the wheels, sort of like a slot machine, and you can to do with treasure chests and stuff. As you see here, it says in the booster pack you get 11 commons, 2 uncommons, a rare or a legendary, I should say, and also a treasure chest, which is a cool thing. But yeah, I'll leave that up. You guys can hear the cool sound effects in the background there while I go and let my dog outside and probably get some food as well. But I'll be back and I'll probably do some constructed. Don't think I'll do another draft just yet. I'll probably wait till tomorrow because it does take a while to do a draft. So yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys.